What up? Not much. Did Rico close it out or something? I got you. There he is.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm out here making some water for a water change this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna show y'all my pride and joy. You know how everybody's got like a display tank and a sump as their pride and joy? I'm a little weird. This is my pride and joy. Hang on, let me swap my camera real quick. Bam! That's where I make all my water. Mixing me up some salt water right now. And I'm filling up my RODI jug right now. It'll be full in the morning.
See mine?
What else you got?
Bam!
Oh, look at you, Rico. Let me here we go. Let me get back on this. All right, so mine's plumbed. You got your RODI unit, and I got my water coming. My washer and dryer is on the other side of this wall, and it goes through right here. Of course, your black line is your waste, and your red line is your incoming. And then
Yeah.
my RO water comes into this trash can. And then I got basically where I can circulate water in both trash cans if I need it. But once the RO water trash can fills up, I just keep
Yeah.
this switch open. I don't know if you can see it. And then I
Yeah.
open the switch for the salt water, and then the pump here moves it from this trash can to this trash can, and then I flip both these switches to circulate my salt water.
Sweet. Mine's it's just I keep this one strictly RO water. So I if I need I have it up drilled though in case I need to circulate for whatever reason. I cut this middle one off so I can pour water into a bucket if I need to. Um, Same thing down here. I got a drain if I ever need to flush and drain all these out. So I got a drain to drain them out from the bottom. Or I open that up, keep this one closed, and let it shoot and pour into this one. So this is what the salt's left. That yeah, I just keep this one straight RO. So I use 100 gallons of salt on hand, and then when it gets low, I'll flush this whole system over here over to there. I try to keep salt out of this. I don't want salt going into that. Yeah, see, well, this is my RO comes in right here, drilled in, because that comes in and goes all the way over here to my RO unit.
Hmm?
Right there.
And then I do have another brute trash can here. So that's RO, straight RO water as well.
Yeah, it looks like you got basically the larger version of my setup, Rico. I always keep um, 30 gallons of salt water on hand in case I need to do a quick change. But then I have roughly 20 to 30 gallons of RO water for top off. And I've got a switch too. Hang on, let me show you. I've got it. I've got it right here where I just hit this switch, and then I got this 30-foot hose I take into my where my display tank is, and I just hit that switch, and it pushes water to my tank.
Yeah, that's what I got to do. I just haven't done it yet with that one hose. I need to make it longer. Give me about a 60, 50-foot hose so I could just use the hose and be done with it. I ain't got to worry about a bucket.
Yeah, I got away from that bucket game like 2 months ago, and I ain't missed it a bit.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know why I haven't done it. I'm just being lazy, I guess. Yeah.
It's shooting outside. Okay.
Can't wait to get these tanks all the way jam packed, man. About to jam pack the shit out of them. Yeah, I mean, just in the one frag tank, I could put easily. Um, this system, I could easily house 1,000 frags just in this one system. So that's not counting anything over here. These are discs and stuff for chalices and whatnot. And then this, I'm just keeping this for certain frags that I'm growing out in colonies and whatnot. So
Hey Rico, are you only going like I know you're trying to get into where you can sell it, but are you only going to sell SPS?
no, I might get in. I mean, I'm gonna get some LPS to see how it goes. I mean, I'm just. I mean, it's for me. I think it's just easier to sell SPS just because they're hard and they're sticks, and I ain't got to worry about corals being rubbed up in the bags and causing damage to LPS and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I might get into it. It's just I think it's just easier. You know,
A little
maybe
more
I'll
of a
get
market
into
for the SPS.
maybe heads of hammers and stuff like that. Just do single heads where I can control, uh, somewhat have some control so they're not getting damaged in shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably not quite as fancy, but I'll show you my ghetto setup for the water.
Yeah.
There, swapping.
So I don't know. I've had that question asked a lot though, man. A lot of people want to know if I'm just strictly SPS, but you know, SPS is my game, man. I just
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
So here's mine. Not quite as fancy setup. Where I got the RODI just kind of hiding by the washer. And then I got a bunch of valves up there. So one's for filling in my ATO, and the other is just for filling my little brute container. And then that I usually just dump in a bunch of salt and I leave a power head running in it.
So what do
Then
you
I got a
use
nice.
Yeah.
for what do you use for like top off? You use salt water for your top off?
Nope, I use okay. So I got these three valves up here. So one's for flushing it just down the drain to tell my TDS drop. That's for the bin, and then this one's for filling up my tub. So I got about a 50-foot line that I literally just run it through the house all the way to the tub. So
Oh,
do do
that's
do do
nice.
do.
I want to have something like that because right now for my top off,
Yeah.
I just fill up little milk jugs that I've been using for a long time. I fill one of
Yep.
them up every day when I get home from work, and I put it in my sump. But having something like that would be nice.
Yeah, I know it's handy. And then I just put a little float valve right there, so even forget about it, it will cut itself off. So just a nice big line running through the house, and instead of hauling buckets around.
So
Yeah.
when you're not using it, you just pull that tube up.
Yep, and just roll it back up and throw it in the closet.
Oh, that's nice. That gives me an idea. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna replumb. I'm gonna cut some of my PVC out and then put a get one of them adapters that BRS sells that I can plug those little small tube lines into, and then just flip a switch, and then that way water can be pushed to my sump.
You gotta go. All right, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go to my son's choir thing.
All
Like,
right.
I don't want to go, but I gotta go. No, it ain't that. It's just, yeah. My kids go to private school, so some of the people, just because it's a Christian private school, that doesn't mean that they're labeled a Christian. Doesn't mean the devil's not in there. Let me just put it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you know. So I got to do it. So all right, guys. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, Rico. See you later.
Is the end of the stream?
Oh, CJ, is that your?
What happened? Is the stream over? Huh?
We just got a hangout thing going.
Oh, it's just us three?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not live anymore. That's right. Oh, okay.
Oh, it is?
I thought it timed out. Yeah.
CJ,
Can you
what
do that?
best?
I didn't think you could. Anyways, yeah, it don't matter. Hell, yeah, but this is yeah. I went a little crazy today. Got a yellow, powder blue, and a powder brown. I got both, and I got a yellow chorus wrasse too. Yeah, it would be, but I mean, if they don't make it, it is what it is, man. I got a hell of a deal on all of these fish. I walked out of there $160 for everything.
Wait. 160 for all three?
For all four.
Oh, all four. Dang, that is a good deal.
Plus, I got some hermit crabs. Got about 20 hermit crabs in that bag right there. And I still got the flame angel and the cold tank in her too. That's already in the tank. So that'll make it 4 tanks. Definitely a lot of fish all at once, but I wanted to see some shit swimming in here. After so long, I just couldn't take it no more, man. I went crazy, but you know what? Leaving it fouler with these fish is going to be just fine for me for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I was just going to say, are you leaving it a fowler or are you going reef?
No, I'm going reef, but I tell you what, the more fish I put in here, the more attractive it's going to look as a fowler with the skate.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
definitely. Especially with that rock work you got going on.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it fouler too for maintenance issues as well, because I want full access without worrying about breaking any corals or anything to all the rock. Because the algae and nutrients that was in this tank has just quadrupled in 24 hours. So
Whoa.
yeah, but it's all good. But yeah, I'm gonna start acclimating these guys. I'm gonna drop them all in this box, drip acclimate them for a little bit, then drop them all in together.
Good luck, man. I hope it works out.
Shit, if it don't, that's all right, man. I ain't gonna cry about it. I know what I'm getting myself into. This ain't guaranteed to work at all. High likelihood of egg, high likelihood of somebody killing each other. But you know what? If it works, if it does work, shit, it will
Yeah.
be. Yeah, yeah. There goes the cold tank down there. The guy's swimming around, but it's a blue eye cold tank, which is different. But he just ain't up to par color wise with what else I got in here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to get.
All about the same size.
Say what?
Your your other tanks, are they all about the same size that you just got?
Yeah, yeah. The biggest one is the yellow tank. He's the biggest, but he really ain't even that big.
Well,
But the powder blue and the powder brown are the same exact size. But that powder blue is freaking
I think
gorgeous.
you might be all right as far as fighting goes, because
Yeah.
I was always under the impression as long as you got the same size fish, when you add stuff like that, I mean, you run the risk of them fighting for a little while, but I wouldn't think they'd kill each other.
Look, if it's gonna work, this is the only way it is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So if it is gonna work, this is it. The only fish that's been in there forever is this cold tank. He's not aggressive, so we should be all right. What happened, man? Are we still live? I don't think we're live anymore. Are we? I think it's just us. Okay. I don't know if I can't see I can't see the comments. Can they see it? Okay. All right, but yeah, I'm about to get these guys. I'm about to get these guys acclimated and stuff. So we shall see. The story will continue.
Yeah, I've never quarantined either. I've always just acclimated and thrown them right in, and I've never lost any fish. But I've never kept anything big like what CJ just got. I've always had clowns, damsels, gobies. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever had anything bigger than that because the tank I got now is the biggest tank I've ever done. So, and I'm gonna have some tangs in it. 180. Here, I'm gonna go show it to you because were you in the live stream earlier when I was talking about I added carbon and all that? All right, let me show you how cloudy it is right now. Like you gotta keep in mind it was a lot cloudier than it is now. Let's see. Like now you can actually see my rock a little bit. You can see the outline of it. But no, it's been running. Trying to think when I started it. I think it's been running longer than 2 months. But everything that's in there now, it all got put in as soon as, like all the rock I had was already, it was already live. I moved it over from a 55, and then some of the rock I had sitting in a tub that had been cycling for, several months. But all the fish, the little bit of coil that I got now, and the rock had already been in saltwater for a long time. So I I think it might have gone through a mini cycle when I moved it over to this 180, but it ran beautiful. Yeah, it ran beautiful. Do what? Yeah, it came out of this tank right here, which I'm actually trying to sell because I need to sell it to buy a better sump. But it came out of this 55 and I moved it all into here. But oh yeah, I got this tank right here. It's 180. Can't remember if it's a Marine Land or the other one. It's not the corner overflows. It's the side, like directly on the back glass. It's got two of them, and I got the tank, the sump, and a couple other pieces of equipment for $200 and some side work I had to do. And then everything else I've done DIY and I purchased some new power heads for it. That's about it. I got a new return pump down there I need to put on it eventually, but I'm running a what is it, a Max 18 or Maxi 18, whatever they're called. That's the return pump I'm running right now. It is, but it came with the tank when I bought it, and the guy ran it for, I think he told me almost 12 years. I don't know if that particular pump is 12 years old, but everything I got from him is 12 years old that I'm currently using, which is the display tank and the sump. And I want to sell my 55 so I can get a trigger systems. Yeah, I just don't have the money to pay cash for it, and I don't want to use a credit card. So I figure I use what I got right now, and if I can sell that 55 I got the 55 gallon, hang on the back, Reef Octopus, BH 1000, and two AI primes I'm trying to sell for like $500, which I doubt I'm gonna get that much for it. But if I can get close to 500, I'll be able to buy one of those trigger systems that I want.
If it pays for the fancy new sump, you're set.
Do what?
Oh, if it pays for the new sump, you'd be set.
Oh yeah, because I got everything else running, and then all I got to do after that is I got to finish building my stand. Putting wood around it, stain it, and then I'm gonna rebuild my canopy. I don't like the way I have it right now.
What are you gonna change?
Here, let me go back in there and show you.
Back inside for the tour.
Yeah, well, like at work, I sit inside of a bank vault pretty much all day because that's where all my servers and switches and everything are that I manage. So like I'm inside 8 hours a day. So when I get home, I always sit outside and just enjoy nature. But here, hang on.
So you're in the IT game too, eh?
Oh yeah, I've been in it for years. So like, I'm gonna redo. It looks like crap now because it's not finished. Here, I'm gonna redo the panels on the side so that it don't look so sloppy. And then right now it's 13 inches tall, and I'm gonna cut it down to I think I'm gonna go down to 11 inches.
Yeah, a little thicker.
Yeah, before I decided to redo it, I was gonna leave it like this and put more trim up here and then across. And then I think I'm gonna get away from this door design right here, and I'm gonna do like one door comes out to the right and another door comes out to the left.
What I've done with my stand, I just inset magnets on it, and the whole thing just pops off, which is a nice, easy way. Then you have no handles or seams.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, and that's still on the table as far as ideas go, but I haven't committed to anything yet.
Yeah, if you do it just like countersink and glue and magnets, then it works pretty well.
What kind of magnets did you use? Did you buy those sets you buy from like Lowe's or Home Depot?
Rare earth magnets actually have some.
Oh, okay, I got you. You bought those round little earth
Yeah,
magnets
super
from
tough guys.
internet or something? Yeah, I got you. I might do
Yeah.
that. I hadn't committed. I think I'm definitely going to do that on the stand,
Yeah.
so I can just pull panels off.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
But
It's crazy strong too.
yeah, but as far as the canopy goes, I think I'm going to do the door design because the canopy will never come off unless I'm doing some serious maintenance. But having doors there just to swing open, so because there may come a time where I'm not home and I got to get like my neighbor or my wife or son or somebody to feed the fish, and I don't want them having to be nervous about pulling a panel off just to feed fish. Then they can just simply open the door.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the nice thing about a canopy is you could hide like auto feeders and all kinds of other stuff up there too.
Yeah, truth be told, I wasn't gonna do a canopy because the lights I got those not the SB Reef lights. Damn it, I forgot. It's the same lights Rico runs on his tank, but they come with like the stand mounts, and I had them sitting on it for a long time. But then my wife was like, "Our house looks like a rave party every night because where my tank sits is in the living room, and at night it's like my whole house just shines blue all the way on the outside because of all the windows."
Yeah. It always makes me laugh
So
when
she
you're
was
driving
like, "You
down the
gotta do
road and
something."
you see the blue glow coming out of people's houses. I'm like, yep, he has a saltwater tank. Yep.
Yeah. So she was like, "We got to do something about that." And I said, "All right, I'll look at building a canopy." And that was the first canopy I've ever built. So
Nice. So is there anything in the tank yet, or just rock and water?
no, I got let's see, I got two clowns, Watchman goby. I call it a pajama pants fish. I can't remember the full name. It's
Pajama
pajama.
cardinals. Little yellow and
Yeah,
polka dotty
pajama
ones?
cardinal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of those and a blue damsel.
Nice.
All of it came over from my 55. I don't have anything big yet. My next fish is going to be a yellow tang, and then after that, I hadn't committed to anything. I still got some ideas I'm thinking about, but I'm definitely getting a yellow tang. I love those fish.
No, yellow tanks are awesome. They're a big pop of color, and they're good for picking off bits of algae and anything else and keeping your tank looking nice.
Yeah, yeah. That's mostly what I want to get is fish that actually do something in the tank, not just swim around. Like I want fish to have jobs, like eat algae or
You gotta pull their
kill
weight.
off flatworms, something like that.
Nope. You want a good RAS
I
for
like.
flatworms.
Yeah, but which one is it? I can't ever remember which one it is.
There's I'll let you know in a bit. I looked it up a little while ago for my last video, but dragon phase pipefish are good for little red bugs and little creatures too.
Okay.
They're kind of cool looking. What else is good? Like fire shrimp, those type of things. They're good for, or cleaner shrimp, just picking off stuff. I have a blue line
Yeah,
cleaner wrasse,
get
and that guy's good. He'll pick off any little parasites or anything on the fish. So he's a good one to have.
yeah. Let's see. I think I'm really considering getting a naso tang, even though they, depending on your luck with them, they can kill off certain coral. But I love the way those fish look.
Yeah, they're pretty. There's yeah, powder blue, the one that CG just grabbed. I want to get one of those eventually, but
Yeah, those are nice. I really like the hippo tangs too, but they're so prone to ick and other parasites that I just don't know if I want to fool with it.
I've had one for a while and so far so good. No real issues. It and my yellow tang scrapped a bit at first, but now they seem pretty good together.
Yeah. Did you get it as a baby, or did you get it like when it was 2 or 3 inches
Yeah, it was a
big?
couple inches. I bought it off a guy who shut down his tank.
Yeah, I heard that's the best time to get them. You don't want to get them when they're like really small, and you don't want to get them when they're big. If you get them at just the right size, which is somewhere around 2 to 3 inches, they you have pretty good luck with them.
Yeah, no, so far so good. That and my yellow tang scrapped for a bit, but once they got over it.
Yeah, I got you.
They just kind of check each
Hey,
other
when are you
and
doing
fight over
a
caves.
when are you gonna do another live stream with the green screen? I didn't get to get in on the last one.
Right now.
Oh, you're doing it now?
Yep.
I can't see it. I'm gonna have to
You're
go
on
jump
it.
in there on the. So, how many people you got in there?
12 watching, it says.
They're just listening to us talk, huh?
Yep. If anyone else wants to jump in, drop the link again. Okay, so other question. You have the two mixing bins, one for RO, one for salt, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So do you just use the RO one for topping off, or do you use it for anything else?
Like I was saying earlier, I always keep my RO water jug completely full, or as full as I can get it. And yes, I use it for top off, but I keep it full. That way, like let's say some crazy crap happens in the tank, and I've got to do a major water change.
Mm-hmm.
So my salt water, my second bin, which is my salt water, I usually either on a Thursday or a Friday of every week, I dump all my RO water over to the salt water so I can mix it up for the water change on the weekend. But then I start filling up my RO jug again, but I keep it full that way. Let's say on a Friday, some crazy crap happens and I'm already mixing up my 30 gallons of salt water. Well, come that Saturday when I get ready to do a change, if I needed to, I could do a 60-gallon water change or something
Okay.
like
Yeah,
that.
that's fair. I just have my one. I used to
It's
keep it
just
just
for,
straight RO, but now it's just turned into just straight salt, and I just top it off, then add more salt to balance it out.
yeah, and I do it just for emergencies, really, top off and emergencies. And I've never had an incident, knock on wood, that I've had to actually dump 60 gallons of water out of my display. But if I needed to, I could.
Yeah. One thing I've actually learned, depends on which salt you use.
The Reef crystals,
Okay, the same as mine.
because
But
it's so cheap.
yeah, same. So I keep my elk around 9, and Reef Crystals is closer to 11. So you almost got to watch out not to do too big of a water change, or it could spike your alkalinity in your tank.
Yeah, that's true. I keep my alkalinity, or I try to around that too. But like I said, I've never had to actually do a 60-gallon water change. I always try to do about a 25 to 30, either every. I was doing every 2 weeks, but since this cloudy water came up, I've been doing it every weekend. And as soon as I get that cloudy water cleared out, I'm gonna go back to doing it bi-weekly.
Do you have like a filter sock or anything like that in your tank?
Yeah, I use filter floss. I've got
Okay.
that sump that I have. It's an old sump, and it was a wet dry sump because the tank before I bought it was a Fowler tank or a Predator tank is what the guy called it when I bought it from him.
Mm-hmm.
And he used it. He used the wet dry sump because he didn't have coral or anything like that, and he didn't have to worry about a big nitrate problem or whatever that you get out of a wet dry. So basically, what I did was, in the wet dry sump I have, it's got the water drains down from the tank and then it goes over a waterfall, and then it's got a shelf it drains through. It creates like a rain effect.
Mm-hmm.
I took that shelf out and I used the second shelf. I put about 2 layers of filter floss on it.
Yep.
It hits my protein skimmer and then it goes over a baffle. And when it goes over that baffle, it goes over another little small piece of filter floss. And then I also keep, now starting yesterday, I keep a bag of carbon in there. And then the last chamber is just my return pump.
Beauty. Well, it should clear up pretty soon then, by the sounds of it.
Do what?
I said your water should clear pretty soon if you're running it through filter floss and carbon.
Yeah, it should. In fact, I got to go tomorrow to my LFS to get some more filter floss. I'm out.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely helps. I noticed having socks on my tank keeps it so super clear.
Yeah, Sandy's Reef, actually, she lives near me, and I've been over to her house a couple times, and she's the one that got me hooked on that trigger systems.
Nice.
And I was never a big fan of filter socks, but after seeing her setup, I think I'm gonna switch to filter socks, especially when I get one of those trigger systems.
Yeah, they're a little bit of a pain, but for the couple minutes it takes every 5 or so days, it keeps the tank water so clear. So if I
Yeah,
personally like them.
Yeah.
I do. I change my socks every like 3 days
Oh,
in
you're
the
way on
morning.
it.
Do y'all
Yeah, but I mean, you
do
just
y'all buy
buy.
new socks every time, or
No. You just buy. You buy enough to like have 2, 3 weeks worth, right? So like 6.
Yeah, I think I have about a 10 pack
And
and then
that,
just change them
yeah.
every 5
And then
days.
when
And
you're
every
doing like
how do
once
you?
two
a
and a half
month,
months, I
and
wash
you
them.
just throw it. Yeah, you just wash them, and you just redo like recycle it. Because
Mhm.
to wash them when you have like 2, 3, that's a bit of like that's pretty wasteful, especially if you're using like a washing machine. It's just a waste of water,
Yep.
you know. But if you have enough of them to actually make it make sense, is a different thing. And I've been
So
doing
when you
like the two times a week for as long as I can remember. And recently, I think BRS did a video on the effectiveness of some socks, and they said like either do twice a week or do it like once every 2 weeks. They said that like the difference between once a week and once every 2 weeks was so minute that they were like almost like it's
Don't even bother.
don't even waste the water. Like just
Wasn't
keep it in
4
there for
days a
extra
sweet
days.
spot or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
3 or 4 days was the sweet spot.
Yeah, I've been almost
so
thinking about doing that
when
day,
y'all
day
put them in
earlier.
the washing machine, what do y'all use? Chlorine to wash them,
So when I
or
wash
not
mine,
chlorine, but
I spray them out with the hose first and just get all the crap and stuff out as clean as I can, like outside, and then I'll throw them in with just some bleach.
yeah,
Uh,
bleach is what I don't know why I said chlorine.
Get them looking nice.
I
I don't.
use the Red Sea ones, the ultra fine. They almost feel like silk,
Oh, the socks?
like that. Yeah, the sock ones. Those are the ones I use. The Red Sea ones are like $8. I just take them to the sink and just rub them together,
Yep.
and I flip it inside out, rub it together, and then I dry them out. Just use hot water. I just use hot water.
I watched a couple different videos on taking care of them. The one video was like you can use a pressure washer if you got one, or you can use like a high powered nozzle on the end of your hose. And then at the end of it, it was like if you want to go the extra mile, you can throw them in your washing machine and use bleach. So I don't if and when I switch to a new sump and use filter socks, I'll try probably all three methods and just see which one I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best way to go about it, brother. Because at the end of the day, you just gotta do what's best, like what fits you best. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
you're not gonna figure that out unless you try a few different options.
But I definitely recommend it for keeping the water clear. What's going on, Infamous? How's your day going?
Man, it's going. Surprisingly, I ended up having the day off. I had a few clients set up to do some showings on some houses, and well, apartments specifically, and they're all reoccurring clients, and
Yep.
I just sent them to the places they already saw, and they end up signing their leases on the
Sweet.
spot. I didn't even have to go. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was
Making
like,
money.
man, I mean, this
Congrats.
one dude I've been working with for a month and a half. I was like, dude, you're just picking an apartment. Like, how many apartments
Picker,
do
I'm
you need to
picking for
see,
you.
man? You're making me run around like we're buying a house. But it felt good to have him finally like excited to pick a place, and it's the second time going. So I went the first time, and the second time he ended up going by himself, and I ended up having the day off. It's
Beautiful.
weird. It's a weird feeling.
Lucky guy.
Yeah, yeah. It ain't bad, man. It ain't bad. What about you guys? What have y'all been up to?
Work,
Shit, I just
water change.
got home, did some maintenance to the tank. Now I'm just chilling outside.
Yeah,
I just
I
got
think.
home from work, so I worked that 8 to 5 job, man, and it gets boring after a while. You just wanna sit outside and relax.
Yeah,
Chuck, I gotta get a headset because I know I'm probably echoing just using my phone.
You're cutting out a bit there.
yeah. But we got the gist of it. We
Yeah.
we, we
That was
got the
that. Ha,
beginning.
ha, ha,
I
ha.
get what you're coming from. Yeah, wanna chill.
It was added for effect.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm printing like my fourth design now for that gimbal microphone. Hopefully it works.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, my dog wants to go for a ride. Look at this.
Let
I'm
me in.
ready. Where's mine? Where's my dog? Thumper.
Yeah, mine's somewhere in the house. So reef tanks and dogs seems to be a trend, eh?
Hey man, you can't have one without the other.
This is true.
You know, who else is gonna watch your fish tank when you're gone?
Yeah, that's fair. I actually have a photo of my dog up watching the fish.
There's my boy.
Beauty.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. I put my earbuds in. Maybe that'll make it better. Come on,
Yeah, you
Chewy.
did. You're a lot clearer, brother.
I'll see if I can find my
All
dog.
right.
1 second.
Oh, now you want to be pet, don't you?
Come on. Come here.
Let's go.
That's my guy.
We can't. You're blocked off, man. It's just your logo.
Oh, it's on the YouTube. I'll show you later.
Yeah, he got the live stream going on YouTube, and then he's just in the Hangouts.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay. I
using the
see
camera
it.
for. I don't know if it showed him, but
There you go.
special guest appearance. Nice. What kind of dog is yours, Anthony?
This right here is a English Doberman.
English Doberman. Nice.
Yeah, he's about 120 pounds.
Yeah, it's a big guy.
Yeah, I've got a little Shih Tzu, and here, let me see if I can get my German Shepherd in there. Two
Thank
perfect
you.
dogs to go together: a giant German Shepherd and a little bitty 2-pound Shih Tzu.
Yeah, I was gonna
Are
say,
they
dude,
best
I was gonna
friends?
say your beard is too glorious to have just a Shih Tzu.
Oh man, my beard is not glorious right now. Trust me, dude. I had to cut off about almost 2 inches 2 weeks ago for a wedding because I was in it, and they didn't want me to have a long beard, so I cut off about 2 inches.
Man, that's when you tell them, if you don't want my beard in the wedding, you don't want me in the wedding.
Yeah, the beard is part of me.
Well, it
It's a
was
package
my brother's
deal.
wedding.
Ah,
Yeah, it was my
dang.
brother's wedding, so I had to honor his wishes.
I
I'll get it back
guess.
though. It don't take very long for me to grow a beard.
Yeah, it takes me forever. Those Asian genes, man. I just get whiskers.
Yeah, this grows too fast. She gets trimmed every like second day, or else it starts
Yeah, I
like
got
picking
that
the
Irish
lips. It
blood in
drives
me,
me
so.
nuts.
Yeah.
Who's cat? Bangai cat. Those things are huge. If they're the ones I'm thinking of, they're like a dog. Do you know Kyle's Aquatics? Beauty. So what'd you do with all this free time today?
I went to LFS, man.
Buy anything good?
I need to get used. No, I'm not buying nothing. The textile cycling. Like as I'm posting videos, y'all are completely up to date. Y'all probably like a day or two behind tops.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's
Well,
just because of the whole like shooting everything and figuring out how I want to lay the videos out and all that.
well, throw your tank up on the live stream. Let's see what you got right now.
Oh man, you're gonna be looking at nothing but dry
That's looking
rock.
good.
Yeah, y'all haven't
Hey man,
actually
that's
seen.
basic.
No.
Y'all haven't even seen all the way around, have y'all?
No. This is like first sneak peek.
Oh, this is exclusive stuff right
Oh,
here,
yeah.
guys. Oh
Oh
yeah,
snap! And we getting it for free.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. That's the 16-gallon innovative marine one, right?
Yeah.
Beauty.
Yes, sir.
How was it to
Pretty
escape
amped
that
about
little
it.
guy?
Man, so coming from the 90-gallon, right? And bringing it down to 16 gallons was rather a unique challenge, especially having like 100-something pounds worth of rock.
Yeah.
to go through and play with.
At least you had lots of options.
You know what I mean?
So what did you do with your
What's going
leftover
on,
rock?
fellas?
What's going on,
buddy?
What's
DC?
going on? Is that DC? What's up, DC?
What's up, my ninja? Hey man, I just want to say I love y'all channels, all three of y'all. And I'm supporting, man. I'm sub. I hope everybody out there sub to you guys.
Man,
Y'all just keep
appreciate
doing what
that.
y'all do, man.
You too,
Appreciate it,
man. I
DC.
see you.
Yeah. Thanks,
My
buddy.
broke Reef Supply shirt.
Beauty.
I got that from Reefer Palooza.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
snap! You went to Reefapalooza?
Oh yeah, Orlando. Yeah.
Oh, Jealous. That's awesome.
Both creeks.
So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. I just wanted to holler at you guys and say y'all doing an awesome job on y'all channel.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
same,
appreciate
especially
DC. You
here.
doing the same
Thank you
thing,
so
man.
much.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Damn, I can't get rid of this dog anymore. Look what y'all did. He
just wants to get on the camera.
Yeah. No,
What's
he
his
just
name?
wants to be pet. Thumper, like in Bambi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then we got we just rescued a puppy. His name is Udon, like the noodles.
Nice.
Yeah, we rescued that German Shepherd right there. It's not even really a full-blooded German Shepherd. It's let me see if I can get closer. Come here, girl. Come here. It's a German Shepherd mix. You can see how kind of shy she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We think the owner we got it from beat her as a puppy, so she had to warm up to us for like just really pet, and she jump up in our laps.
Damn, that's a sad thing, man.
Yeah, man.
To like, like I get for each their own, right? For each their own to an extent. Like some people are more on the negative enforcement instead of the positive reinforcement, and I mean for each their own. But when you like take it to the level where your dog is like terrified, that's
Well, they're
that's
not going to listen at all. It's positive for it, so it works with them.
yeah. I mean, I agree. I've never even. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I smacked him on the butt a couple times, but he's a 120-pound Doberman. Like sometimes he
hardly
needs a
noticed.
smack on the butt.
Yeah, pat on a 120-pound Doberman is probably like a flea bite.
Exactly.
So he didn't even feel it.
This dude's like solid muscle, man. Like he's bred to like pull carts and stuff like that. Like it's a damn horse. He's seriously, when he stands up on his hind legs, he's taller than me.
Oh wow.
He's like 6 feet.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I
he's massive.
went to drop off some phytoplankton at this girl's house a few weeks ago, and what were they called? I can't remember. They're literally like up to here on me. Like it was crazy how big they were. On their hind legs, they'd be taller than me. Like Scottish wolfhounds or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But it was
okay.
I was amazed. She's like, "Oh, they're still puppies." It's like taller than my waist. I'm like,
Nah, man, that's not a puppy. That's what you tell him. That's not a puppy.
"He's only 2 years old. It's still growing." It's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Nah, no, it's not.
Leaving us some, hopefully having a nice video with Mr. John from Jellyfish Art next week. So I'm hopefully me and him are gonna do a live stream and talk jellyfish. So that should be a fun one. So if any of you guys want to know anything about jellyfish, it'll be a great one to join. Irish wolfhound. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
How many jellyfish you got right now, ReefDudes?
There's 3 in there.
Yeah, I saw that tank. I think it was yesterday. Man, that thing looks nice.
It's a sleek little tank. I mean, it's only 2 gallons, but it's perfect for like a desk. They have a 5-gallon version now that I kind of want to get.
I got that buttery nipple in there. Do you like it? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot I unmuted. My wife's using my vaporizer, and she was wanting to know what flavor's in there.
Nice. Buttery nipple, eh? Yeah, so if anyone wants to know anything on the jellyfish side, hopefully next week we'll be doing something with them. They're kind of at my 2-tank limit, so ended up with jellies and then the reef tank.
I might hop in on that live stream next week. If you, I think I got you marked for when you do live stream,
Yeah.
so I may jump in on that one. I've been curious about them. My LFS started selling. I don't know what kind of tanks they are, but they're cylinder or not cylinder tanks. They're circle tanks.
Oh, probably
And
the
then
orbit
like
ones.
yeah, I think it's those. And then the pump just does like a, circulation in a circle.
Yep.
They wanted like $300 for everything, the tank and everything comes in it. And then I think you got either 2 or 3 small jellyfish.
Yeah, that's about the standard rate for them. They're not cheap, but it's kind of a thing that you need specialized tanks. They can't have any corners that get stuck in, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So Ricky's
So the
Reef
tank,
is
you got like your jellyfish tank, isn't it like a a pentagon shape or something like that?
It's a cylinder. Here, I'll pull up my phone and show you. So Ricky was asking, would you the
I'm not on
jellyfish?
your.
Here, let me
Go ahead.
rejoin my phone.
All right, what did I miss, guys?
Talking some jellies.
Talking peanut butter jelly.
Peanut butter jelly time.
What?
Okay, so where's my phone? All right. So this, hopefully you can see it. So actually here, let me mute it. Okay, so that's the jelly tank. It's probably completely overexposed, but it's a little cylinder type of tank. That's only 2 gallons. They also have a 5-gallon one out now. But yeah, simple little all-in-one tank, but it works really well. Yeah, so kind of the big thing with jellyfish is, like with normal tanks, if they'll get stuck in a corner or something, and that's where they're buggered. So a lot of the tanks are just specialized to make sure the flow keeps them suspended at all times.
Yeah, I heard that. You can't. It's just like when you get those blackfin sharks that people have in the 1,000-gallon tanks or whatever. You got to have them in specialized tanks because they'll bump their nose into a side of a tank if it's a square tank, and over time it'll hurt them real bad.
Yep.
Yeah, they're supposed to have like just circular tanks, right?
I've seen people make DIY ones and just put in kind of like curved corners, but they don't look as pretty, but they do the job. So someone.
All right, guys, I think I'm gonna hop out for a little while. My it's like down to 20%. I need to go put it on charge.
That's good, man. Thanks for the tank tour.
All right. Oh yeah, man. I'll hop back in after a while.
Okay, sounds good. Cheers.
See you, bro.
Yeah, so I think it was Sandy or someone in the comments was asking what they eat. There is powdered jelly food. I tend to feed them mainly just live baby brine shrimp, though. Kind of see. I have this, kind of see it, like an amazing little hatchery. No light, no aerosol, nothing. You just literally pull out your little sevy and it's full of brine. So it's the easiest way in the world I've found to hatch brine shrimp.
Has anyone tried to a phytoplankton hatchery or anything like that?
Yep, I have 3 on the go.
What?
What?
Yeah,
I cultivate pods too, so I use the Phyto to feed the pods and also dump in Phyto in the tank.
How's that doing for you?
Pretty good, actually.
You like it?
Yep, works well. I trade it to some stores, plus I just have an endless supply of pods. Keeps the mandarins and all the filter stuff happy. I've thought about trying to feed pods to the jellyfish, but we'll see. Certain ones, I guess, can be bad for them, so far I've just stuck to brine shrimp.
Really? I've
Yep.
never looked into the jellyfish too much.
You should. They're awesome. I would recommend. I thought they're going to be hard at first, but they're so easy. Like I went away for 4 days. They're fine. Just feed them a bit before and after.
Yeah. I heard they regenerate pretty quickly also.
Yep, they do, which is because one of the ones I got when it showed up, I had a hole in its bill. After feeding it like baby brine, after a week, it was 100% healed. You couldn't tell.
Dang.
Yeah, so they can regenerate like crazy. I have actually. Kyle Aquaria is asking if I go doing a video on my phytopods. I have a few people have asked me, so it'll probably happen eventually. I'll just see if I can do something in the next couple weeks.
I want to see another Guardians video.
Hopefully. Well, I'm hoping if we get like enough like really good comments and tips from people, then maybe we'll make like an updated one with all that information in one.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's getting some good attention. So hopefully lots of people enter.
I don't know.
You're in there.
No, you're crazy. I hope no one watched the video. No one entered the contest.
Hey, there's 3 of them at least.
We got.
I even painted them and like wood stained them, and I put little moss on their heads. Like they're pretty good.
Yeah, there's some good contests going on right now.
Yeah, they're fun.
There's you, you got the Groot one, and then Murphy's Refin is doing the dosing pump.
Nice.
Like what? Yeah.
Any video requests? Is there anything you guys want to see? So we got the Phyto/pause is one. So not 100% official, but I'm hoping I might be able to get a potential jellyfish tank giveaway in the future, which will be good.
How long you been keeping the jellyfish?
That's 5 months now. I got it. I had the tank in December, then in January, like the first week, I added the jellies. So no, they've been doing great.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this bad boy.
Any idea what you're gonna put in there yet?
I have a few ideas, to be honest. Put a lot of thought into it. Like I realized through looking through like YouTube and everything, I have like I really enjoy the cool colors of corals.
Yep.
I'm not too much of a fan of like everything being like so bright and in my face. Mostly because like whenever I go look at my tank, it's like after a long day, I like to relax in front of it, and I feel like the cool colors just help with that, right?
I'm the opposite. I'm like, that color's bright, I'll take it.
Yeah. See, I mean, and again, it's each their own. You know what I mean? But so what I'm thinking is like doing like a mostly cool color corals, maybe like a little pop of color, a few like warm tones, and probably like one maybe two fish in here. Keep it simple. Keep the bile load low. We'll
What
see.
fish?
Yeah. Dude, man. I would like maybe like a leopard wrasse. Leopard wrasse, maybe like maybe a pair of clowns.
Nice.
Just I don't know, man. To be honest, I have no idea. It's a blank canvas. You know what I mean? It's like so like endless possibilities, endless
So
number
much
of things you
potential.
can do with it. Yeah, it's so small, but there's so much potential.
Yeah, it's kind of fun in a way because you can buy a little frag and it looks huge in the tank.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun fact: I actually only buy frags.
Yeah.
I don't like buying the colonies for myself. I really enjoy the process. For me, is like the progression, right? That's the enjoyment.
Watching it grow and
So
turn into something.
yeah, well, not just it grow, but like even when it comes to like this YouTube channel, when it comes to like my life goals, when it comes to like my reef tank, the tank builds, the fun and the rewarding part is the progression, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm like 100% about my frags. Like I love to get frags. I honestly, when I go to like the LFS or if I go to like hit the forums up or anything like that, I'll specifically ask, let's say like Zoas or Acans, I'll ask for like one head.
Yeah.
You know what I
Actually,
mean?
what's
Like
funny,
one.
most of my colonies are usually that I've bought are usually too big for my tank anyway. So I'll literally buy it, keep a piece, and then just sell the
frag
rest
it.
to pay for it, and I get a free coral.
Oh man, that's awesome idea.
Oh yeah. Like a couple weeks ago, I bought literally a green Monty. It was like this. I'm like, that won't fit my tank. Split it in half, sold each for 50% what I paid, and I had a bunch of small chunks for myself.
Dang.
Yep. Free corals, buddy. Gotta
Man,
middleman
you
it.
just blew my mind. You just blew my mind.
Yeah, I've done that at least 3 or 4 times or more. It's great. Because a lot of people don't want to spend, a couple $150 on something, but one guy will spend 75, another guy will spend 75, and you get a bit for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true too because obviously the higher or the more expensive the coral is, there's less number of people that can pay that, right?
Yeah.
But
But
then
even that,
again,
like sometimes
the
the colony is
return.
just too big for a lot of people.
Yes, that
Yeah.
too. But also you have to think about like diminishing returns, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of the bigger the coral is, every inch is worth less.
True. Very true.
As it gets bigger, right? Whereas if you take it and you break it up, that's why there are these chop shops and everything.
Yeah.
If you take that big colony, break yourself off a few pieces, and then like try to keep as the colony as big as possible and like sell it off to cover it all, that's an awesome idea.
It's a great way to do it.
Never thought of it. If only I had a bigger tank than a 16-gallon.
No, it was actually when I had my 16, it was a lot of work to escape it. Like to
Yeah,
get
it's
that
not easy,
rock,
man.
like it's almost easier with more space. It's more of a challenge in like your confined area because everything has to be more perfect and just right. And
Yeah, and it's like every little detail is like amplified, right?
exactly.
When it comes, it's just like you really notice when something isn't right.
Yeah. And there's like
And
Rico's tank where he
everyone
just
knows
fills
this
frag
too.
tanks with his 300 frag spots.
Oh man, how many frags did Rico say? So like 1,000?
I
You can
think he
fit
said
like
he,
1,000 in
1,000.
there or something?
That's crazy.
That is nuts.
I wish I had 1,000
Like
frags.
I have 1,000 frags. Dang.
I couldn't even
I
fit
wish
in
I
my
had
tank.
one frag. I wish I had one frag right now, guys.
Go put one in. Is it done? How's your
Damn, you
cycle
see
coming?
this? Oh, this is a makeup tutorial. Hold on, let me show you guys.
All right. Ah, yes. And
The
then let's finish with some
nitrite
pink nitrite. Yeah.
is at like 0.5.
Oh, that's not bad. You're almost there.
Yeah.
Have you had your ammonia spike and go away?
The tank's only been cycling. So I didn't. The reason you guys only saw me fill the tank up was because all I did was fill the tank up. I didn't put anything in there yet. I've only put bacteria in the other day.
Did you
Probably a
use
day or
like
two.
live solder?
No. No, I gotta save this. What I use. I gotta save it for the next video, man.
Oh, okay, it's the secret. All right.
Secret. It's the secret sauce. Dang
The
it,
only
you got like freaking Rico, DC, all you guys got me saying sauce now. Dang it. But yeah, I did one dose, like appropriate dose, the recommended dose, and then read into it and said I could go up to 10 times recommended dose.
Oh, nice.
So I did maybe 3 times recommended dose.
Mhm.
First day it jumped up a little bit. Second day jumped up a little bit. Then I did the 3 times dose, and now it looks like it might be on the way down. We'll see.
So far, Dr. Tim's is the only one I've used, but it seemed to work pretty well to speed it up and kind of pre-cycle.
Oh man, Dr. Tim's is snake magic oil, whatever that's called.
Yep.
Like, but it's so expensive.
Yeah,
That's the only reason.
I
Like,
get
that's
it.
the only thing. It's like $30 for that little bottle, right?
But
It's like,
for
man.
me, I started mainly dry rock minus what I took for my 30-gallon. So I added a brew container. So $30 to pre-cycle it. All my rock
Yeah.
for my 100-gallon tank. I was like, meh. It just saved me like a month of waiting.
What's up, Kevin? Hype man.
Kevin!
Shout
Oh,
out.
I heard rumors of a shadow party.
Yeah.
There's a link, Kevin, if you want to join. That man does the
But,
best shout-out roll calls on YouTube.
What's up, dudes? Reef?
My brother from another mother.
Yeah. Nah, I was skimming through YouTube the other day. I came across Dude's Reef. It was like right before you went out of town, Dude's Reef. And I saw your whole like setup. You showed all the tanks and you showed like your plan for your tank sitter. Man, this guy's tank is awesome.
He has a seahorse one, right? And the other one?
Yeah, he has a small
that's pretty
seahorse,
awesome.
like yeah.
Oh, Kevin in the house.
What's up, big dog?
What's going
What's
on,
going
buddy?
on, party people? How y'all doing?
Excellent. How are you doing?
Man.
I'm pretty good, man. Just at the crib trying to cool down in this hot South Florida weather.
Oh man.
Sounds much warmer than my rainy weather.
Oh well, I don't know, man. Yeah, when it's hot, you can take off everything and still be hot. But when it's cold, you can get warm.
Preach, Kevin.
So
I'm here in Houston, Texas. I literally live in a swamp. It's not fun, man. Hot is hot. You can't get away from it.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, it's a catch-22. You know, some people like the hot, some people like the cold. I mean, I don't like the whole snowing thing and all that, but I mean, give me some 50s, 60s. All right, I'll rock with it. But you know, the 90s to 100, I don't know, man. That's a little bit much.
Yeah, it gets a little toasty.
No, seriously, we joke around in Houston and says we got 2 seasons, hot and summer.
Oh shit! I get everything here from winter, fall, summer. Get it all.
Yeah, man. I lived in New York for 2 years. That was an interesting experience.
Yeah, did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. The only thing I hated is that I couldn't have a reef tank.
How come?
Why not?
I lived in the city, right? I lived in Manhattan on the Midtown East.
Yeah.
Midtown West, right? Next to Times Square. So first off, there wasn't really a local fish store too close. And I mean, think about it. It's a walking city. I don't have a car.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to carry around 5-gallon paint buckets around the city, trying to get it to my apartment? So when I would call around and be like, hey, how much is it to deliver water or anything like that? And they're like, oh, it's this super inflated price. And I was like, whoa.
This RODI unit, man.
I know, but this I'm talking about was 8 years ago, man. And me just getting into it, me being 20 something, early 20s.
Yeah.
College, thought of putting the money up for RO, not just getting the RODI unit, buying another tank because I had a tank in Houston. So buying another tank, buying all new gear, and then buying the RODI. That RODI unit was the icing on the cake where I was like, maybe I should chill.
Yeah, I hold buckets for a while and then finally I'm like, yeah, that's it. Gotta make life easy.
Yeah. Even now, someone commented on my last video, why are you buying water? I was like, man, you know how hard it is to get a RODI unit in an apartment? They don't even want to you ask the leasing people about having someone help or anything like that, put it together, or even if you can have a fish tank, they're like, hell no.
So you can get little valves and it screws under your sink, right where the water is. You take it off and put it in the inline. You can throw it in your bathtub and just plug it in when you need it.
Exactly. You just don't tell them.
Yeah, easy.
See, I was looking everywhere for how to do it, right? How to set it up in an apartment. I was specifically how do you set up an RODI unit in an apartment? I couldn't find nothing.
Easy.
I even bought an adapter and I couldn't figure it out.
I'll send you a picture later because I bought one for $10-15 and it screws on right on the tap and you just screw your regular line above it and just a little valve to on and off. Super simple.
Yeah, because I got
Listen, let me tell you something. Go to Aquatic Life. They have the whole setup, and the RODI system that they sell is for people like you that lives in an apartment. It's compact, it's portable, and you can hook it up to either your washing machine, your sink, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Super
the
easy.
RO buddy. It's super easy. That's the one that I have. I mean, I have space to do a bigger one, like the BRS one or whatever. Mm-hmm. But when I got mine, I was living in an apartment. So I just kept it. I mean, it's 50 gallons per day. I need more now because of that monstrosity inside. But you know what?
Yeah. Oh, it makes life so much easier.
You're doing the 180, right? Is it 180 that you're working on? I watched your video this morning. But everyone is doing a new build right now. It's hard to remember exactly how big.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
No, I'm not even exaggerating, right? Almost every single person on here is doing some kind of new build.
I got nothing.
Right? Yeah, except for you, dude.
That's because I'm at my 2-tank limit.
Yeah, but I feel like after you get that thing filled up, so 3.5 days it takes to fill it up. Hopefully you won't need more than 50 gallons in a day.
Dude, let me tell you something. All right, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. And believe me when I say this, I will not be using my RODI system to fill that tank.
Yeah.
Crazy man.
The water that's going the water that's going in that tank initially is gonna be tap water.
Do you trust it though? Like, I know for the fish it's fine, but just for like all the phosphates and algae and all the potential stuff.
Listen, the TDS that comes out of my tap is 130 to 140. Yes, that is high. But guess what? After doing water changes and stuff, by the time the tank is cycled and everything,
fair.
I'm probably gonna change at least half to 3/4 of the water in there anyway. So
fair enough. Yeah, if you're cycling
you know what I'm saying?
okay. If you're cycling it, then that's fair.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So I'm not gonna kill 2 or 3 membranes and 2 or 3 sediment and carbon cartridges just to fill that tank. No, I'm gonna use tap water, throw a bunch of prime in there to kill chlorine, chloramine, and all that, and keep it moving. That's what I'm doing.
Moving. I love it when you say that shit, Kevin. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving, dog.
Keep it moving.
You gotta try to keep life simple, man. Yo, it's not that hard, dog.
That's the truth. All
right, if you're cycling, I'm all with you then.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, everything that's going in there is gonna be either pretty new or it's gonna be coming from my 40s. So I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? That tank is not gonna have corals or anything like that in there for probably another month or 2, if not longer. So I got lots of time.
Yeah.
By then, I'll probably do 3 or 4 water changes.
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah, you're gonna want to change out anyways, get all that crap out from cycling anyways, so you'll be good.
Exactly.
It'll save you days and days of filling.
Yes, correct. And a lot of money for membranes.
You actually go through them that fast? I've had mine for a couple of years and I've only changed it once.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I bought my RO Buddy probably 8 or 9 months ago. I started using it about 7 months ago.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it was good up until the point that I forgot to turn it off, and it dumped about 5 or 10 gallons of water on my floor.
Oh man!
Oh, only 5 or 10? You got off easy. I woke up out of bed one morning, and it was like squish, squish, and like, and that's a 180 gallon per day unit all night.
I'm putting. But let me tell you how it happened though. So I turned on the RODI system. I didn't have a flow switch in there at the time. I didn't have the shut-off valve in there at the time.
Yeah.
Turned it on. Forgot to set my alarm because I usually set the alarm. Forgot to set the alarm. Go to bed. Got up the next morning. Went to work. Came home at 5 o'clock. Came home at 6 o'clock. Walked into my office. And I'm looking around and I'm like, why do I hear water trickling? Like, what the hell is going on? So the first thing I thought was it was my turtle tank. Because I plumbed that, so I'm like, I wonder if my plumbing is leaking. It's never leaked before, but mind you. I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? Then I look down and there is water everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, my wife don't even know that story, so make sure this video is private.
Hey, I've flooded my floor, I think 3 times till I finally learned to put float valves on everything.
Dude.
Yeah, so I put a float valve on it now, so it's good. I can make water automatically. I'm good. I'm good now.
Yeah, that $10 is probably the best investment you can get to save the relationship.
Yes.
Save a relationship. Get the hell out of here.
And there's no better way to put it. I agree with you, ReefDudes. I totally agree with you.
It's true.
Dude said save a relationship. I remember when I first started this channel like 3 years ago, the whole channel was about a Tanganyikan tank, and I actually used my RODI unit from my previous reef for the water changes.
Yep.
And I flooded the living room every month.
Yep.
Wow.
Every single month.
Did you buy a float valve yet?
No, man. No. Because I was doing it straight into the display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, when I was at my apartment, right? There was carpet everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
this shit happened again. One night, I needed to top off the tank. And what I did was, I had an aqua lifter.
Yeah.
And what I would do is I put it on a timer, and I said, all right, I let it run. I tested it to see how much water it would put in for X amount of time. So I had it on a timer. One night the tank was low, and I just needed to put water in there. So I turned the timer on, just on.
Yeah.
Forgot about it.
Oh.
Went to bed. Went to work. Came home. I hear the aqua lifter just. I'm like, yo, what's that noise? Sure enough,
surprise!
A whole 5-gallon bucket. Yo, the whole carpet was wet.
At least those are.
Then people don't know that happened. Yeah, exactly. But those people don't know. But the 5-gallon bucket was empty.
Yep.
And guess what? They gave me back my deposit, so everything was good.
Oh,
at least
what? Hey, on a serious note, though, Kevin, I'm an apartment locator and a realtor, and the funny thing is that your leasing staff was lazy. They should have got that shit.
Hey,
they're supposed to take the floor out. They're supposed to remove your floors to check underneath it and everything. Oh yeah, they're gonna like. I always tell all my clients, like, look, realize that deposit, it's their job to keep as much of that deposit as possible. So just write it off. Like, it's like $150, $250, whatever that deposit is. In your mind, write it off, but make the attempt to get it back, right? So then, like, the fact that you got your deposit back, that blows my mind.
Amen.
That leasing staff should have, because they literally, because my Stephanie is actually a leasing manager. She's actually an assistant manager at one of the high rises in Houston. They go in and they just rip the entire carpet out, and they'll look for anything.
Is that like more damage and stuff than it's worth?
Nah, because it's just a simple tool to like shove it back into underneath these.
Yeah, it's just tax. It's just tax at the end. That's tax.
It. So like they gamble that, hey, they're gonna rip the carpet up. Like, oh look, there's a stain, dog. That's now we gotta replace all the carpet. We just made $250. Yeah.
If they had lifted up that carpet, there was water damage everywhere.
Everywhere.
I know that.
The floor's black and like sheet.
Yeah, you got lucky, Kevin. You got lucky.
Yo, the skimmer done overflowed on that carpet lots of time. I mean, yeah, it was, dude. I had my learning lessons with that apartment. Trust me. So yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, man, I've had my fair share of floods, man. I learned the hard way, and trust me, that's why I do what I do now with the flow switches, the shut-off valves, and all that crap. So
I think everyone gets a couple starting this hobby. It's like your passage into it.
Yeah, if you ain't flooding, you ain't trying.
Yeah,
exactly. That is true. Yes. Hey, but that's a part of the hobby, man. You got to make the mistakes to realize what you did wrong and how to correct it.
It's the best way to learn.
I flooded enough to realize, like, man, I'm just gonna buy my water.
Oh wow. Nah, man, but listen.
But my LFS is like we're like this, right? Like my Nuvo,
every couple days filling up water.
Yeah, I didn't even pay for my Nuvo. The LFS literally just like, hey, here, like, sweet. I have it in my garage. I want to get rid of it, and I was like, how much you want for it? He's like, for you, like, just take it. Just come over today, grab it.
Awesome.
I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do that any day of the week. And it's because the fact that I don't have an ROD on it, and I do go there every week and I talk to him. I don't really buy much from the LFS. You know what I mean? I might buy like some. Yeah, you just cut it up, talk reef, talk this, talk that, and you just build a relationship. But with that said, like, they have a crazy RODI unit. Like, it reads like total 0 TDS. Like, there's no way I could get my water that.
How bad is the TDS on your water right now?
Oh, I don't even know, man. It's been years since I had it like all hooked up, but it's not like, I mean, total 0 is like, I don't know a single place in Houston that has total 0 other than this place.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the TDS coming on my water. I mean, I found out the other night that I had some weird stuff in my water. I don't even remember what it was. We looked it up. I had some weird stuff in there, and chloramines and all that stuff, zinc and all. I think it had some what's that drug? What's that that drug. It's a drug, I guess. That drug called that kills people, like cyanide or something like that.
Oh,
It has
nice.
some cyanide or some weird stuff in the water. I'm like, wow,
That's
this was
kinda
in my
nasty.
water. Like,
I drink
yeah,
this.
I mean, I'm like, it's weird, bro. I'm like, okay, all right, that's weird, hey, but whatever.
Man, water is a scary thing. Like
Yeah.
even the bottled water we drink, a lot of that stuff we don't even know. It's nuts.
Who knows what's in there?
Do it.
Yeah.
Arsenic. There you go. Rossi got it. Arsenic. Yes.
Ah,
Yes,
stuff.
that's it. It has some arsenic in there. Yes.
It's got to be good for you.
How
Or
did
maybe
it
you're building
does-
an immune system because you're drinking it every day.
It does.
Yeah.
Obviously, it does something because that's coming from the water plant.
Mhm.
It does something.
Yep.
So, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so with my RODI, if you run it through DI, it will strip it down to 0. It's on the phone now. Okay,
Yeah.
question for you guys. So
Mhm.
I might build one of those Chaeto reactors. All the DI ones, they rub the ribbon around the outside of the canister.
Yes, do it.
And the
Do
ones,
it. Make me one.
Okay, wait, let me finish. Now, the ones that you can buy, like I know whatever that giant one is, they have a light in the center. And then in Jake Adams, his video, he showed another one that Core Value or something came out with. And the same thing, they did the center light, where all the DI ones are on the outside. So I'm thinking I might use this beast. However, I don't want to put it outside the stand, so it's going to be half submerged.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
wait, hold up. Why can I not see your screen?
Oh, because
Are
I'm
you
using the
streaming on
camera to stream to YouTube. I have a weird setup.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Let me. All right,
I'll
yeah.
see
Let me
if
jump over to YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
What? Let me
So
kiss you.
I have this big
Let me see if I can
beast.
kiss you. Hold on.
Give yourself a kiss. You're like, who's that good looking? You're like, oh wait,
Oh, I went the wrong way. Like, over here. Sorry.
You wild, Kevin. Hey,
All
fellas.
right. Sorry.
damn that
I gotta
good
head out.
looking guy.
I'll see you out.
Okay.
What's up, Bay Area? I'll see you guys later. I gotta head out.
Later, man. Okay,
Yeah,
so I
have a
got
good
this
one.
big
no problem.
beast, and I'm thinking about making one of those Chaeto reactors, but it's going to be in my sump because it's the only place to put it. So I'm thinking, should I try doing like the commercial ones where they do lights in the side of it, in the middle?
Well, I mean, all right. This is my thing because I saw that one that BRS sells.
Yeah.
All right, and I think the light is in the middle, but okay. The difference that I see with the two of them is if you do the light on the outside, then it's gonna be shining inside, so the light's not gonna protrude out anywhere.
Yeah. But would
if
you
do the light on the outside, then it's gonna be more contained inside, so you get more stuff inside. That's the way I see it, at least.
True. I think outside.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they'll both work fine, but outside's
Right?
easier.
Yeah,
but
I agree with you.
Don't know if I trust putting those waterproof strips inside of my tank underwater.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, that you gotta consider. Just as you just said, is how are you gonna make sure that light gets no water in there?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, if I do it in the middle, I would take that tube out and put a piece of acrylic in it and put the lights inside of it.
Gotcha.
Like literally cut this off so I can pop it in and just make a new water input or exput.
Now, are you gonna be able to get like all the bulbs, meaning a whole strip in there,
Probably. I'm sure I could find
so
a
you
way.
can get the whole, a massive amount of light coming off of it? Because I think that's one of the pros of doing it on the outside, that you can wrap it with the whole strip of LEDs.
Mm-hmm.
Use one or two, and you can get the whole thing lit up from top to bottom.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's just the downfall of I don't know if I trust those cheap China strip lights underwater in the tank.
Me either. I personally, if I'm gonna do a DIY one, like with a reactor like that, I would just do it on the outside and call it a day.
Yeah. But then I don't really have any space in my stand, so it's got to be outside of the stand. It's the only spot it'd work.
Oh, so you're gonna have light protruding regardless of where you do it anyway.
Well, if I do a clear tube with lights in the center, then I could just poke the whole thing inside of my sump. right? It's just because it's so tall it won't fit beside my sump because this thing's like 20 inches high. My sand's like 3 feet, so that's the main thing. So
Gotcha. Okay.
in the sump's the only
yeah,
physical.
I mean,
I don't know.
So I mean, if you want to keep it inside, I mean that's a selling point right there.
Yep.
If you want to keep it inside the sand, then yeah, put it on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're dealing with certain factors that can kind of sway your decision one way or the other. Anyway, so yeah, I would do it. If in your case, I would do it on the inside.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It'll work. I'll have to find a different kind of light source, but I'll find something that will fit inside.
Right. I don't know. I see a lot of people doing that whole Chaeto reactor, and I see people having lots of success with it, meaning they put a little bit of Chaeto in there, and by the time they're done, they have like a massive amount of Chaeto in there where it's just jam-packed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Nope, that'd be good. I think either one will do the job, but I just don't like that I'm getting core line growing on my skimmer and everywhere else with the fuge going.
Gotcha. Here comes the missus. Hi, missus. How are you? Okay. Goodbye. Oh, she got to check me out, guys. See that?
It's gonna make me look good.
Yeah. Now you know what's gonna happen? She gonna do surgery on my damn face. Yes, they're watching you.
And going.
Oh man.
It's okay.
Bye.
My comes and just pokes me in the side off camera all the time.
Nah, she's good. Hey, you didn't close. Okay. Nah, she's good. She's wonderful. She's wonderful.
Yep.
So let's see. What do we got? We got
horizontally. Yeah, that might work. Not bad.
Oh, that's not a bad idea
Not
either.
bad at all.
I haven't seen anybody do that.
Might just try it, Ricky. That's a good tip. Never thought about that.
I mean, you got to make sure that you get all your valves and everything closed properly so you don't have no leaks. But yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I'll have to see if it'll fit. Tonight's experiment.
So wait, all right. I'm kind of curious because I don't know if you know this, but I mean, I'm in IT, so I'm a tech guy and whatever. Yep. So I got to ask you this. Now, I know you're using OBS to do this stream.
Yep.
So you have 2 streams going right now, right?
I have Hangouts. Okay, so you want to know how I'm doing this. Okay. So I'm using OBS to stream to YouTube, and I'm screen capturing Hangouts as well as my webcam. And I'm just overlaying everything.
Right. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So you have Hangouts locked on yourself so that it shows your green screen in the back.
No, I'm overlaying myself over top of Hangouts. That's why you can't see me on camera, because I'm using my camera for OBS, and then I'm screen capturing from Hangouts into OBS.
Oh, smart. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, nice. That's kind of smooth. Okay. Because I mean, I play with OBS and what's the other one called? XSplit or whatever. So
yeah,
you know. But
I haven't tried that one yet. Do you like it?
XSplit, I do like it, but you know, because the free one is limited with what you can do, so you can't really play with the full potential of it unless you pay for it. Yep. So I when I broadcast with XSplit, I can't really go up to the high quality and whatever to get the full potential of it.
Gotcha.
So I can't really say how good it is or how bad it is or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But News Reef, you know what? I was looking at your how many people watching, and I said, you know what? I come over here. I'm gonna do something special for News Reef because you know we were talking earlier, and he said, you know what, Kevin? If you do a roll call over here, he'll be honored. And you know what? I said, you know what? I'll be honored if you allow me to do a roll call over here. So you know what we're gonna do?
We're gonna go ahead and start it off roll calls in the business.
Yo, I appreciate that, dog. You know what? We're gonna start it off like this. We're gonna start it off just like how we always do it. All right. Yo, I want to first of all welcome everybody to the stream and say, yo, we want to go ahead and thank our gracious host, Mr. ReefDudes. I appreciate you go ahead and hosting this roll call. All right, so first of all, we're gonna go ahead and jump up in the hangouts. But guess what? I'm the only one in the hangouts. I'm gonna shout myself out. Mr. Kevin ENH Vlogs. Yo, I appreciate y'all rocking with us. So let's go ahead and jump over to the chat. Anybody want a roll call? Go ahead and drop a comment in the chat so we can go ahead and do this roll call. So here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna start off with Mr. Rossi. Yo, Rossi, what's going on, baby? I love rocking with you. Yo, tell Sonia I say hi. TC True, how you doing, baby? First time I'm seeing you. I love that you go ahead and jump in here in the live stream. Sandy, I always got to give a special shout out to the ladies because you know what? They're always rocking with us. And I love the ladies in the reef. You see, I'm walking up and down outside. That's what I do, how I do it. Dave Limbo. Nope. Let's go ahead and rewind that. That's Dave Nano's tank. Going on, baby. Doctor, yo, we got a doctor in the house. Anybody have a medical condition? Yo, call the doctor. That's Doctor of Wealth Magic. How you doing, baby? Buddha. Bubba, yo, that's the Wonder Twins right there. I don't see Bubba, but guess what? I'm gonna shout them out anyway. Death Mitch, how you doing, girl? DC Reefer, what's going on, baby? Yo, I met that man up in Reefer Palooza. Yo, that man's cool as hell. Even Miss DC's cool. So, yo, we're gonna keep it rocking. Who else wants a shout out? Nathan, how you doing, baby? I appreciate you jumping in. AI Commander, how you doing, baby? Let's go ahead and keep on rocking. Brett Schneider, how you doing, baby? First time I'm seeing you, I'm saying what's up. Yo, remember, anybody's in the chat right now, make sure you want to hit that like button. Make sure you go ahead and show ReefDudes some love, baby. So we're going to keep it rocking. There's my boy, Bubba. Yo, what's going on, baby? Yo, that's my boy right there. So we're going to keep it rocking. Let's see who else we got up in here. Bluto, yo, I saw you earlier on Rico's live stream. It's the first time I'm seeing you, but guess what? We appreciate you rocking with us, baby. We're here to learn. We're here to do the saltwater thing. And guess what? Even if you got fresh water, we do it too. It don't matter. So we're going to go ahead and keep it rocking. Jamie's Reef Tank, how you doing, baby? I appreciate you. Let's see. Who else we got up in here? I don't know. Bay Area, that's my boy right there. Yo, that dude do his damn thing. All right, so we're going to keep it rocking. Who else we got up in here? Ricky's Reef 806, man. Yo, that dude rocks with us, too. We just do it up in here. And you know what? I got to give a special shout out to my UK people. Vicky, it's about 12 o'clock over there right now, and she's still rocking with us. And she got a beautiful man, Mr. Mad Dog. I don't know if he's up in the place, but he got some computer problems. But you know what? We're going to shout him out anyway. So we're going to keep it rocking. Who else we got up in here? I don't know. I don't see nobody else in there. Oh, we missed one. Frank the Tank. Oh, that's a clever name, Frank. Hey, we appreciate you up in here. ReefDudes appreciate you. Infamous Aquatics. Yeah, I see you, baby. You're up in here. Who else we got? I don't know. I can't find nobody else. But yo, you wanna shout out? Go ahead and drop a comment up in the comments, and I'll go ahead and shout you out. This is a special shout out for ReefDudes because you know what? This man is doing his thing, man. You see that green screen? Look at him. Look at him smiling. Yo, I love that, baby. Yo, I'm in the background just chilling, walking up and down. Y'all probably dizzy by now, but guess what? We're gonna keep it rocking. So that's it for the
and a big shout out to Mr. Kevin ENH Vlogs because he has the best shout outs and an amazing man. So if you haven't subbed to him, make sure you get on this man's channel.
Hey, listen, man, ReefDudes, I appreciate that. And yo, it was a pleasure doing the roll call. You know what? Kevin ENH Vlogs, out.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, no problem, dog. I have fun doing it. So guess what? It ain't work if you're having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Let's drop the link if anyone wants to join us in Hangouts.
All right, I'm gonna sit down now. I gotta calm down. I gotta slow down now.
All the excitement is out. Dude, it makes you smile every time you hear those roll calls. I love it. Love it.
Say Karen Austin. Hey, Karen, what's going on? Oh, let's shout out. Oh, we got some real names up in here. And that's my UK people too. Leighton, what's going on? Karen, what's going on? I appreciate y'all joining. Hey, listen, man. Them UK people be doing it big, man. I appreciate them joining because you know what? It's late over there right now, and they're still rocking with the live stream.
Midnight?
So,
appreciate
yes,
you guys.
Sir, it's
That's
after
awesome.
midnight. Trust me. That's why you see, that's why the live streams, when Rico do it during the day, you get a whole new set of people than at night. So, you know, it is what it is.
What's up, Kevin?
All right. Not much, man. How you doing?
Not too bad. What's up, ReefDudes?
Hey, Nathan. How are you doing
Oh,
today?
that's Nathan. What's going on, Nathan?
Hey, figured I'd give you guys a little sneak peek of what I've been working on.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh crap!
Oh, yeah.
Don't criticize too much. I've only got about a day and a half in, so this is going to be my new fish room here.
Nathan,
a whole room?
Nathan, look at this face. Nathan, look at this face. This face will criticize the hell out of it.
Oh, I know how you work, Kevin. Yeah, I know how you work. All right, here we go.
All right.
The bathtub is out. This is only a few of the tanks.
Oh, you're getting a whole
room. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I've got my plumbing in. I don't know if you guys can see that back there.
Yep.
Yeah, we can see it.
Got some of that roughed in today. That whole back wall where the bathtub is going to be all my med tanks.
Nice.
That wall over there will be just a frag tank. And then down here on the floor, I'm going to main drain everything down into the floor. That way I can just, instead of doing water changes, just crack a valve and dump it down into my sewer.
Nice. That makes everything easier, dude. That's nice. I wish I had a floor drain.
I still got like 5 or 6 more tanks coming, but slowly but surely.
What are you going to do with those tanks? Yeah, exactly.
What?
You're making
what are you going to do with those tanks? Are they just going to...
Sorry, Kev, go ahead.
I couldn't hear you, Kevin.
No, what are you going to do with those tanks? Are those just going to be QT or holding tanks or what?
The 3 10-gallons will be holding tanks. This one here is my frag tank. I just put the glass in this one today, again, for like the 4th time. I got an extra sump there that is probably going to run the 3 QT tanks just for the back wall. And then I got 2 more tanks coming. I'm hoping I can get them in here, but I'm working with a really small room.
That's still a pretty decent fish room. I got a little closet just for my RODI. That'd be awesome.
It was my wife's bathroom, but I took it out. She's not real happy, but she's gonna have to live with it.
She loves love.
This man, this man looking for some papers or something.
Oh man, I've been married too long. I've been married 16 years. She ain't going nowhere.
All right, yeah, she ain't going nowhere.
Locked down.
Right. she don't pass that statute of limitations right there.
Well, she told me that I could have the fish room, but I have to keep the toilet in here.
That's fair.
I'm like, really?
So wait. Hey, but you know what? Look at the positive side. You can look at your fish while taking a dump.
Well, it's just a QT and just to have my frags, because I have all my frags at another house right now. I got them sitting in my brother-in-law's tank. So I need to get them over here, but
what's going on?
Sooner or later it'll be.
Hey, what's happening?
It'll be over here. What's up, Mad Dog?
Mad Dog's in the house. What's up, baby?
Hey, I've been working on this PC all day, still my head in, man.
I heard you had to redo it, man.
Yeah, I had to redo it because I'm trying to do a new setup, man. So I went the long way around it.
Just format it and start fresh.
Now I'm trying to see if I can show you on the screen. I've done the upstairs, downstairs setup, so I can drag
nice.
One upstairs and one downstairs.
Damn, man!
So I wouldn't grab the new monitor, man. Yeah. I wouldn't grab the new monitor.
How's that NEM doing, Mad Dog?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. I'll put your legs down, shit. You're on camera.
Yo, Mad Dog crazy, man.
Now you was on the camera, shit, my man.
Hey, at least you told her.
Yeah, it got
you just went up 20%.
Yeah, man, Mad Dog. I heard they locked you down for 30 days, man. I'm sorry to hear, or 3 months or whatever it is. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
That's rough.
I sent an email to YouTube, but they never responded to anything.
Yeah, never mind. I can't be honest with that. I don't think they would change. You know what I mean? Unless I had 50 million subscribers.
Well, I figured it couldn't hurt any.
Yeah. Thanks, though, man. Thanks for that, though.
Yeah,
It's an
man.
effort.
But Mad Dog, man, Vicky done took over, man. She's in every stream now, dog.
Hey, you know what? I was there, right? Every time I jumped on, my PC decides to switch off and does that stupid update, and it's still searching for more updates right now, like some of the driver updates, and because I wiped the whole system and start again, and it's just doing my. It probably just if it locks off, that means it's found updates and it's restarted.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey Nathan, we got a question for you in the chat here. Rossi wants to know, does your toilet run a filter sock?
It should. It might be cheaper.
Hey, you can just water change right into your toilet. So easy.
Hey, at least I can sit on my shooter and look at my fish tank, though, Rossi.
Yep.
Exactly.
Small wins.
I'm sorry. I saw that question. I had to throw it at you, man. That was a good one.
Oh, I figured I was going to get some shit for that.
Literally. Oh man, that is funny, man.
I got a few things I got to finish up in there, so I'm going to bounce back in the chat so I can get back to work.
Sounds good.
All right, man.
All right, thanks, ReefDudes, for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. We expect an update once that fish room's done.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hoping so. It's slow.
Slowly but surely.
All right. Ghost clone it, Mad Dog. It's easy to do. But if he clones it, man, he's just gonna bring the problems with him. So you don't want to do that. You want to wipe that thing fresh, man.
Depends what's wrong with it, but yeah. Sometimes it's nice to just wipe it.
Yeah, blow the partitions away and just rebuild that bad boy. I'm sorry, I'm an IT guy, so that's where my mind goes.
Yeah, man, that's what I do. I just wipe things off fresh. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, man. Where are they at? Where are who at? Who's there, Doc? Yo, even Sandy, man. Sandy's been rocking with us hard, man. Everywhere. Sandy, everywhere. I love it. I'm telling you, I'm loving it.
Sandy, you're a machine. Although I heard
that's why
Sandy said she was going to join the live stream. I expect she got to get in here one of these days.
I'm surprised. And I think that's why CJ wants to do his whole ladies' night thing, ladies' live stream thing, is because it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see women in the hobby. Like when I go to the fish store and I see women picking out stuff and whatever, I find that very, very interesting because usually it's just dudes doing it. And when women are doing it, it's like a whole nother level to me. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, it's pretty awesome.
I don't know. I'm loving it. Yeah.
I only know about 3 that are in the hobby, so it's good. Get them coming out. Sandy, come on. Join up this time.
But you know what? Just like that. Go ahead, Madam.
Now it's talking to Mage. The lights are off, Mage. Hey, Sandy. And you know what? Saying that I bought a big blue spot blenny. Is that it?
Nice.
Gubby. Yeah, blue spot gubby. It's pretty big. I've only seen it about 3 times today. Just pops out the hole now and then around the corner, looks at me and goes back in.
Wait, how long have you had him?
I've had him for a couple hours now. I just got him today.
Oh, then yeah, he's gonna do that. Just give him a couple of days. You're gonna see him swimming around. He's gonna be your best friend.
Yeah. And the clowns. I got a pair of clowns also. Is it normal for them just to stay one place? They're not moving. They're just swimming around in the same spot. Yeah, that's normal.
Yep, they do that. They'll find a corner and just stay there.
Yeah, they found the rock that's by itself. I don't know if you can see. Nah, too far.
It kind of sucks because like my clowns stay to the back right of my tank, and the only time they come out is when I throw food in there. So.
Hey, Mage, I know Mage's a gamer like me, right? But for the stream and the YouTube, Mage, where I got it set up, I think this is how you've done it, right? You've got your comments on one screen, and then on the top one, I've got the.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually love it like this. Neat. I can't wait to do some gaming on here.
Yeah, I got 2 screens side by side, so I have it. One's for streaming, one's for comments, one's if I want to pull up a video or pictures.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
That's some jellyfish right there. Reef got it right, man.
I had the 3 screens, right? But for some reason, my free screens, they all weren't 4K, so I end up getting rid of 2 and just getting the next big 4K to go with the bottom one. Because
Nice.
when I used to drag things from one screen to the other, I just used to look up for it.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of pixels. So you can put a lot on it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of the clowns that you were just mentioning, I have 2 perk clowns on my tank, and there's 3 or 4 anemones, and yet they like the finger leather. They live on and made their house.
I got a nem in my tank, man. That nem's moved again, mate. He decided.
It may not have to be for me, but I asked you what you brought home to eat. That was a question. I never said it was for me. I just asked you what you brought home to eat.
Anyone have an effective way of removing it?
What type of wings? Are they good?
So, what was someone just asking about Aptasia?
Yeah, effective way to remove it.
Boiling water. That's what I do. That's what I do. I take some of the tank water out, right? I put it in the microwave to boil. I got a big syringe, suck it up in the squirt, and it just melt. It just cooks them.
Here, I'll be right back.
You want to try it?
That's what I did.
I just threw in a couple of peppermint shrimp and haven't seen any since.
Wow,
Peppermint
my
shrimp
name
with
actually
pepper.
looks pretty crappy on screen.
It's because your lights are so blue. Can you whiten them up?
Let's see.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah, for anyone with the blue tank video thing, get one of those yellow or orange gel filters. It just cancels out the blue and you can actually see the photos.
Yeah, it looks like crap. It's supposed to be a nice bright green with orange dot. I know you can see the orange dot a little bit, but you can't really see the blue band around the bubble.
Okay.
On screen anyway.
No, yeah, if you lighten your whites a bit, it will show it. I don't know if you can adjust it, but whenever I put my tank on camera and video, I boost the whites.
Wait, did you go with Valerie?
Did I go where?
Out with Valerie.
Oh, no, we didn't
Dr.
go
Welch
anywhere.
was
What happened
saying
was she went to buy
Zaptasia and peppermint.
Flatiron for Ray's hair. So that's like it was
there's some other stuff called Aptasia X I've seen. I haven't actually used it, but a few people said it works pretty well.
Because she called me on my way coming home. And I told her, well, I'm coming that way. Let me just pick you up and then take you by the house to get the stuff.
Yeah.
You like it?
What's going on, guys? Aptasia X. Yeah, so Death Mage uses that one as well. It works pretty well for you. But honestly, I know with like the natural way peppermint shrimp, it can be hit or miss. But if you get a good one, it will clear out any of the small ones, no problem. Big ones you might need to attack with the boiling water or calc paste or Aptasia X or one of that type of things. Kills them fast. There you go. Yeah, if you guys use calc water at all, I know you can put the paste directly on them and it will kill them as well.
You can eat it all.
What's going on, ReefDudes? What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Sure can. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I had some problems with my headset. I'm just trying to sort it. So I'm just making sure you guys can hear me.
Yep, no, we're golden.
Right on, thanks.
So,
You know, this place sharp.
Anything exciting going on with you today?
Yeah, I just got back from the LFS and put six fish in my little hospital tank here. Lights are off right now, but I got 2 little black ice clownfish, and then I have a Melanurus wrasse, but he's buried in the sand. And then 3 firefish. They're hiding behind the little air pump right there.
Yeah, beauty.
But they're settling in. Other than that,
did you get all those today?
Yeah, I picked those up today. Tank cycled. And then I showed it earlier on Rico's stream, but got all my wiring and stuff
Oh, it looks good.
tucked away. Yeah, tucked away, nice and neat.
Nice. It's nice to drill the holes and hide all the wires. Makes it look so much better.
Yeah, I just built a false wall out of the crate that the tank shipped in.
Perfect.
And I put 4 legs on it with magnets, so the magnets are just attached to the back of the stand. And so to pull this out, I just grab it and yank forward, and I can get to all the wiring real easy.
That's awesome. You got the big
Yeah,
flipper magnet cleaner too?
Yeah.
I love that.
I do, yeah.
Great.
That thing works really good. I had one, a smaller one on my other tank, and it just wouldn't hang on this thicker glass.
Mm-hmm.
Are we continuing?
And then I put in the Rain 2 yesterday.
That's a turf scrubber?
Yeah, the algae turf scrubber.
Nice. Yeah, no, actually, I did see yours on the stream earlier.
Yeah, I had ordered one from 302 Aquatics, and it was just too big. I could squeeze it in here, but it just would have been hard to get to the collection cup on the skimmer. And back here I have a media reactor, so it would have been really hard to get to that.
I mean, are we contributing? Whether you had a conversation with somebody, whether not, whether you thought about it.
I spoke to anybody about anything. All I did was get the email. You have more information than I do.
No, I love the plumbing in there. It looks great.
To contribute?
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I got most of the like the unions and the ball valves and the elbows and stuff from PVC fittings online.
Nice.
And then the blue piping I got from Aquarium Specialty because they had the 45s and the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
The main pipe came from BRS. So yeah, the plumbing was real smooth. The only problem I had was for the algae scrubber, I built a little stand that I capped off on the end here. And you know how like when you dry fit PVC, how sometimes it doesn't go in all the way.
Yep.
And then because of that, I was off by just maybe, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or something. So I had to cut that twice. But other than that, everything went pretty smooth.
Excellent. Yeah, no, it looks pretty sharp. I like it. So you got a couple tanks on the go, eh?
Yeah, this is my 58. I've had this tank. This tank has been set up for about 23 years now.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the coral in it are new. I kind of let it go for some time, and then recently kind of got back into it real hard and heavy. So got a lot of stuff growing out. And this clownfish right here has been with me since day one. I've had them for 23 years.
Wow. It's amazing actually how long they can actually live when they're taken care of.
I know.
Is that your oldest fish?
Yeah. Yeah, he's my oldest fish. These green hairy mushrooms are also, they've been in from the start, along with this green brain right there.
Nice.
That's been in there from day one. And the only other thing I've had in the tank that long, which you won't see right now, is I have a black spiny starfish that lives right in here behind this brain. He's been in there the same amount of time, 23 years.
Huh, wow, that's awesome.
But yeah, everything else is, probably 5-10 years old. Some of the corals are fairly new. I just started doing SPS, so I got a red planet there. Kind of hard to focus. It won't focus in on this hangout. But
how's the colors on it so far?
The colors are doing great. I was for the longest time just dosing calc and my auto top off, and it was keeping everything, living. And I recently switched over to when I added the SPS to Aquaforest component 1, 2, 3 on a doser, and ever since then my SPS have just been growing really nice. So
you're liking the Aquaforest?
I really like their products. Pretty reasonable, and everything seems to be responding well.
Beauty. A lot of people seem to be jumping on that one lately. I haven't tried it myself, but
Yeah, there. I've used reef crystals almost the entire time. I mean, when I started out years ago, I was just on the regular instant ocean.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, for the extra calcium and alkalinity, magnesium, I switched to the reef crystals. And then about maybe 6 months ago, I decided to give the HW Marine Mix a go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty cool. I like how it mixes up. It mixes up fast and real clear. And but the Aquaforest Reef Salt is a little bit cheaper, and it mixes up just as nice. So I think I'm going to go exclusively with Aquaforest.
Beauty. Yeah, I might try it one of these days. So far, I've only ever used reef crystals. It's cheap.
Yeah, no, it's a great salt. Yeah, it's a great salt. I just wanted you know, I get the same thing that everyone else gets, is kind of the dirty barrel after mixing it for a while, and I just wanted to try something, you know, totally synthetic, and just to see if I saw any difference.
Yep.
Which, other than just the way it mixes, I haven't really noticed anything just with the salt alone. But
well,
I can definitely say that component 1, 2, 3 is working pretty good.
So is component 1, 2, 3 just like calcium, milk, and the regular stuff, or is it something else?
It's well, yeah, it is. I'd have to look at the packaging to tell you the exact ingredients. I know component 1 and 2 is your alkalinity and calcium, and I think component 3, and I think one of those first two has the magnesium mixed in with it, and then component 3 has a reef mineral salt and some other additives. I think potassium and some other additives, and you dose them equally. And I just have a cheap J-Bow DP4 doser.
Yep, I got one of those.
Yeah, I have it right up here, and it's been running great. You know, it's just, and I just use these little. I'm going to use your water bottles, the Voss water bottles.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but right now I'm just using these little Fiji water bottles, but they work.
Oh, same thing. Just looks a bit prettier.
Yeah,
Does the job.
The other ones are nicer, and they're glass. You can get the glass ones.
Yeah, and I've had that same J-Bow doser since I started. It's still going strong. Looks like I have the Castle AP700 light.
Yeah, I got the AP700 on here. I tried a few different lights on this. I had a ATI 6-bulb T5 fixture on here for the longest time, but I think it was just too much, because a lot of my corals, they always seem kind of wilted, and they never just, you know, they were never fluffy or plump or whatever you want to call it. But so plus it was, you know, costly to run, so I just decided to give the I started out with the black Chinese boxes, and stuff did okay, but I just didn't really like the way they looked, so I went with this Kessel AP700. I was going to do two of those on the new tank, but decided to give the Radions a shot.
Nice. So far, so good?
So far, so good. I mean, there's nothing in there, but yeah, they're great lights too.
Yeah, I have the, whatchamacallit, the Radion ones has been great on my tank. I haven't tried the Kessel yet, but.
Yeah, I really like it. When I first got it, I actually had a little bit of trouble with it. It kept turning on and off and doing, you know, just kind of weird stuff. So I called them up, and they shipped me one overnight, and then just told me to put the old one in a box and send it back to them. So
that's good service.
Yeah, it was pretty nice, because some of these companies, I've had Ecotech before actually make me, you know, send it in, not on the lighting, but on the pumps. You know, send it in, and then once they get it, they either repair it and send it back to you. But
well, it's kind of
I was pretty happy.
Down for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Plug this in. Okay, back. Is it almost dead?
Yeah, I went with the gyres on this tank though. I have them. I've added one to the 58, and I just really like
the max spec.
I just the max spec.
You liking them?
I was good. Yeah, I really do. I like them. And with the my old one has the old controller, but this new controller is really slick, because you can run a couple of them off the same controller.
Oh, nice. That's a nice looking
Yeah,
tank.
and they're thanks. Yeah, it's the Reefer 525
Beauty.
Red Sea.
I almost went with that one before I ended up with my custom one.
Yeah, I was going to get the SCA 150, but before I ordered it, I put some tape out on the floor here, and it just, I mean, you can see I have a little bit of clearance between the chair and here, and the other one was just like right up next to it. It's a couple inches bigger. So I just decided for the room I had, kind of limited in room here, so
I got
decided to go with
too.
this one.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a AC/DC and Simpsons pinball party.
Nice little man cave you got going on.
Yeah, that's my little hangout room.
Beauty. I like it. Nope, very nice. So how many tanks do you have there? You had a couple.
Yeah, I have the 58, this new one, and then in that spare bedroom I just have a little 10-gallon. And then I also have a 10-gallon, if I do need to medicate, I use that tank for, a lot of people do it different. When I quarantine, I just kind of observe them. I don't really treat them with copper or anything unless I see signs of, you know, a parasite or disease.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just let them hang out in, like, I call it like an observation tank.
Yep. No, that's good.
I really, yeah, it was
I've
hard.
never done it, but it's good to do.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, I got home from the store today and I wanted to put them right in here because right now I just have one little Banggai cardinal in here somewhere, but
One
he's
soulfish.
hiding. You want one fish?
Have you ever had Bangai's tank breed and raise?
No.
I've had
I've
have eggs and I've seen them transfer it and multiple times, but never seen it actually hit the baby stage yet.
Yeah, no, I've tried these fish a couple of times. I've always liked the look of them, but I've never really seemed to have good luck with them. They've always seemed to all die on me.
Mm-hmm.
And even this one, I had started out with 3, 7 weeks into quarantine. I was 2 days away from putting them in the tank, and I lost 2 of the 3.
That's
so
too bad.
Yeah, they just one died one day, and then 2 days later the next one died.
No idea
I
why?
think the one there was no signs of parasites or anything. I think the one was just I think he was just bullying them, kind of beating on them and stuff, because I did notice they started to hide a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, I saw one upside down one day, and 2 days later the same with the other one, so not sure what happened.
That's too bad. Yeah, so I've completely lucked out with them because I just threw 2 in and they've been great and they paired up and then they do the mating dance once in a while, every couple months.
Yeah. They're my little dog.
So far everyone on the live stream with a tank has a dog. It's a thing.
Oh yeah, I love my little dog.
Yep.
She's 8 years old.
Nice. Did she look at your tank? Did she like it?
Oh yeah, she loves it. I always pick her up on the other room to look at the fish, and anytime in the sump, she's right there with me, so she likes it.
Did she have a favorite fish?
I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
Okay. So my guy at the pet store, he was up right on the little rail staring at the tanks. He's watching the fairy wrasse. It's the only fish he cared about. I eventually got one, and then in my tank, that's exactly the one he watches.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so it's his favorite.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. What's going on in the chat? Everything's good tonight. It's Friday. We got the weekend here. What's not to be good?
Heck yeah. Everyone's been live streaming all day. We had Rico. We had CJ.
I think
we
it's,
got you.
for me, I think it's a record of live streaming. I've tried to join most of them when I can, but what's going on?
Yeah, the only one I missed was Aaron's. I saw him come live, but I usually go over there.
Yeah, I joined his for about 20 minutes, and I jumped out and just had to start my own.
Yeah, there was just too much going on. I didn't make it over there today.
There's a lot of them. Whereabouts are you located?
Oh, I'm in California on the central coast. I don't know if you've heard of Pismo Beach area.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm right in that area.
Oh, excellent. It's kind of cool with the live streams, so you get people from all over the world and different perspectives on things.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. You know, I've been watching before the live stream started. I've been watching everybody's YouTube videos for the longest. I kind of like everyone else get burned out on the forums. You know, you talk or ask a question, and you know, people talk to you stupid or act like, you know, jerks on there. So
Yeah.
seems like so far everyone I've encountered, other than, you know, maybe one or two people on these YouTube streams, are super nice, friendly, and I mean, I've watched people on Rico's stream, you know, basically build a tank, teach them how to plumb it and everything on the live stream. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't get better than that.
No, exactly. No, it's a great way to connect. It's nice to have those instant answers too, and you can kind of get a group of answers from different people and perspectives.
Yeah, no, it's been great.
Zoa Geek. Dr. Zoa Geek. What I got? I got with a nice one. Utter Chaos lately was one of the new Zoas I got, and so far it's happy. It looks like it's slowly starting to spread, so that'll be a cool one.
Yeah, those are awesome. I love that. That's one of my favorite Zoas. I don't have any, but that's one thing with my 58 gallon. I'm struggling. My Zoas, they were doing great. They were covering, I mean, they went from frag plugs to like triple the size. We're covering the live rock.
Hmm.
And then just recently, I had some, I think they were called Gods of War.
Oh yeah.
They just closed up one day. And they've been happy in there for a year. And they just closed up, so I pulled them out and I dipped them, put them back in, left them. They never opened. And then I had some other ones. I don't know what the name are. They were kind of a pink color, and they started only with 4 heads, and each head just disappeared. And then these orange ones I have now, same thing. They tripled in size, but now they seem to all be dying back.
Oh really? Eh? Yeah, Zoas, they're either bulletproof or I find they'll just be super finicky and they're not happy.
Yeah, I can't figure it out because there's Zoas right next to it that are doing great, and then I have SPS and other things in my tank that are doing great, and I've double checked my parameters. Everything's cool, so
yep.
Haven't seen any pests or anything, so I don't know what's happening.
Your water's too clean.
It's too good.
Probably.
It could be actually.
Probably.
So it was like dirty water.
Yeah, well, I did kind of, when I started adding SPS, I had to kind of up the game and get the parameters really rock solid, and it did kind of happen after that. So it's been, that's a very good possibility.
Yep.
Yeah, you're stripping too much from the water. You don't like it. They like the dirty stuff.
More.
Yeah, that's, I think that's why they say that's the hardest tank to run is a mixed reef, because it's kind of hard to find that balance, at least from what I've experienced. If you're doing all softies or all LPS, they like dirtier water. And like in the tank, the 58, I used to have Xenia in there, and I was actually supporting the hobby just by taking frags of my Xenia in. My LFS would give me they give me $10 a frag.
Nice.
For the Xenia at store credit. And so I was buying all my salt and everything from them, with the store credit. And then one day,
$10 for Xena?
That's a good deal.
Xenia,
that's good.
That's a gold mine right there.
Yeah, that's
it was,
like
man.
beads.
And I tell you, I was cutting those off. Like I would do 10 frag plugs and take them in for store credit. And I was doing that, a couple of times a month. And the guy was happy to pay me for it. So it, my hobby was free for a while when that was happening, but unfortunately, that was our best LFS, and he wound up going to more like just a mobile servicing deal where he just goes where he goes around and like services doctors' offices, tanks, and stuff like that. And he wound up closing his storefront, which was a bummer. So we only have really 1 or 2 in my area, and they're pretty good.
Nice.
But they're not I've seen, the other one was much better.
Yeah, no, I did a similar thing where I trade pods and Fido to some of the stores for credit to help support the hobby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one I have left, I've hit them up a couple times about trading in frags and different stuff for store credit, but he just doesn't really seem interested. He goes to some place in LA and some wholesaler and gets most of his stuff. So, but they're still nice people. They'll give me a deal every once in a while. So I'll keep going back.
That's good. It's good to have the relationship too. Like at least one of the ones I go to, AJ's a local one. Like he'll special order whatever I want, and he's like super accommodating. So it's good to have that relationship.
Yes, it is.
Yep. And plus, being able to trade stuff is huge. Like I have that Apex dose on my tank, which was bought like 75% with credit. Like there's no way I would have spent $400 on that normally. So it's a great way to get fancy toys for the cheap.
Hey, y'all better be happy that y'all LFS takes like stuff for credit and whatever. Cause none of my LFSs around here, they don't do no store credit, none of that crap. If you take a fish in, yeah, they'll take it. Trust me, they'll take it, but you ain't get nothing for it.
Oh, that's no fun.
Exactly. So why am I gonna give them my fish then? I'll keep it.
Yeah, I think there's 4 stores locally, and I know there's at least 2 of them that are happy to do trades and credit on stuff.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
Bummed.
Sorry, Kevin. Go ahead.
No, I was pretty bummed that the guy, he was actually at Reefapalooza too. The guy that I usually the store I usually go shop at here in Florida. I know the guy pretty well. I buy a lot of stuff in there and whatever. And like I had some fish that I wanted to get rid of, but I didn't want to just get rid of it and not get anything for it. It's 2 angels, a pair of breeding angels. They're pretty nice. I grew them from their babies. And I asked him, I was like, yo, you do store credit or anything like that? Not really. I'm like, it's not like you don't know me. You see me here all the time, week after week, spending money. Like, damn, you could at least say you could do a trade or something.
Yeah, you think they would. I mean, it's a good deal for them, generally, anyways.
But he did offer to take it for free though.
Yeah.
So
ReefDudes, how is that? How do you like that dose?
I do like it. I think it's freaking expensive to just buy it for a 2-head doser. However, I do quite like it. It's nice. It's really easy to adjust stuff. I know on the Jabo you gotta say, okay, 2 mils at 1400, another mil half an hour later. That's kind of a pain to program. For the dose, I can say, okay, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. dose 40 mils, and it'll just break it up over every 15 minutes. It'll do that automatically, which is nice. I originally got it to kind of set up an automatic water change, but I haven't got that till I moved the tank, so I'm using it for calcium milk now.
Yeah, so it won't have any. It doesn't have any problem doing the automatic water change. Because see, what I was thinking about using one for is I'd have to get 2 of them, and I'd use it on the component 1, 2, 3, and then I'd have an extra head. But because my auto top off, the built-in one for this Red Sea is so small, I was thinking of using like a 5-gallon auto top off container and using that to pump into my built-in auto top off. So it's capable of doing that. It's capable of doing that.
Yep. No, it should be fine. The other kind of cool thing I've seen people do is you can run the heads forward and reverse. So I've seen people do automatic kind of frozen food feeders and other cool stuff. So there's lots of fun things you can do with it.
Now, when you hook that up, does it take up an outlet, or does it just plug into the side ports?
Okay, if you had the newer Apex in your video I saw, so I believe it runs off the 24 volt. I have the older one, so I just have a regular plug, and then just the USB Aquabus.
Okay, but on the newer one, it will. I don't have to use one of the outlets.
No, I'm
because my outlets
certain
are all taken.
Use that 24 volt port.
Okay.
Here, let me just log in. I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm still trying to decide. The other doser I'm looking at for the new tank is the GHL, the four-head doser.
Yeah, I have heard lots of good things about that one.
Yeah, it would be a little cheaper to go that route, a couple $100 cheaper, and I have heard good things about them, but right now everywhere I've looked, they're pretty much out of stock everywhere. They've been that way for a month or 2.
If you can see the YouTube right now, this is kind of, you can see just have it set up for calcium alkalinity. And yeah, just for programming it, this is the best part. You can literally click in here and just say, okay, between this time, dose 56 mils, and hit OK, and you're done. It's extremely easy to program. Then
Which one of the Apex you got?
The classic, the older one.
The classic? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so same. So, okay, so from 10 p.m. to midnight, dose 14 mil, and then from 01 in the morning to 10, dose 37. So it's just super easy, and it breaks it up to even doses. So that's the one thing I really do like about it. And then if you look in here, you can kind of see, okay, so dose 0.8 mil every 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Minutes. So it's just nice to break it up. That's pretty cool. It's super handy for programming.
Now, do you have the dosing containers? Well, I don't remember what they're called, but do you have the Apex dosing containers?
Nah. I just use.
Oh, you use those Voss bottles, right?
I use those for the smaller stuff. I have the 1 gallon Space Saver containers for my calcium milk. Space Saver.
Did you put float switches in them so the Apex will notify you if they run low?
Not yet, but I actually did find a way. I bought some optical switches, and I'm going to wire up my own harness and do my own DIY one, like the dose containers have.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, because they have little optical sensors that plug into the dose. I found the schematic for how they wired it, so I'm going to do my own version, DIY one. It'll be like $30 instead of a couple hundred for those containers.
Awesome. Are you going to do a video on it?
I shall.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
No, I got most of the parts. I just got to get around to doing it.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing one just with some float switches, but the optical sensors, I mean, that would pretty much mimic theirs. That'd be the way to go for sure.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question, because both of y'all run Apexes, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it worth getting the new Apex at all if you don't want Wi-Fi? I mean, I know it comes with the new power bar and everything like that, but is it really that much different from the classic? Is it worth it? That's basically what I'm asking.
So, in my opinion, the one single big advantage is it can monitor the volt, or I guess the wattage draw of each plug. So the classic, you can say, okay, my whole power bar is using 500 watts. But on that one, you can see the wattage of each outlet. So if, say, your heater died, all of a sudden you're not seeing your 150 watts draw, just zero. You could identify issues that way. That's the big advantage I see. But other than that, I don't think there's much of a difference to justify it.
Yeah, Kevin, I have both. On the 58, I have the Apex Classic. And I can honestly say they're both, they're both great. The new one, you're just getting like he said, really the only difference that I've seen is the power monitoring. So
I mean, if that's the only upside to it, then yeah, I wouldn't go with the new one. I would just go with the classic and call it a day.
Yeah, honestly, there's lots of people upgrading, so if you see a used classic for cheap, just grab it. It does everything else. It does the same.
Okay.
Like there might be.
I see Pelfrey's even telling me. Oh, sorry. Pelfrey's even telling me, because he did this, which, I mean, I can do. I've done it before. Is use our old Linksys router and make it act as a repeater. Which I don't even have to do that. I can use. I have a what's that thing called? A D-Link repeater that has a Ethernet port. Yeah, has an Ethernet port on there. So I mean, it's easy to get a wired connection to it. But I'm just wondering how much worth it is. What other features you get other than the Wi-Fi, basically.
The only other thing would be their one link port, which is basically just a 24-volt outlet, so you can run Apex gear without taking up a plug. But other than that, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. There's mine right there, Kevin. There's mine right there, Kevin. It's the old Linksys WRT54G, and you just you flash it with DDWRT or Tomato, and you can make it a wireless bridge. And so that's what runs.
Right.
So yeah, so that's what runs this Apex wirelessly.
The classic.
The classic. And you know, I found this classic on Reef to Reef on the buy and sell forum, and I wound up, it's the Apex Classic Gold, brand new in the box, and I got it for $500, and it came with the pH, ORP, and the salinity probe.
Nice.
So you can find deals. Nice. You can find deals if you're willing to wait.
That was similar. I think I paid $550, and that was essentially the gold one too. It was used, but it also came with a brand new salinity probe plus a used one and a bunch of other stuff. The other thing you can use too, like I use splitters for a lot of stuff to don't take up all your ports. Like I have one of these guys, it's like a little octopusy kind of cord. So it takes one plug and turns it into 4. So I don't have 4 radions taking up all the plugs. They're all going to one plug. So do stuff like that to get more use out of it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yep, and then same with so yeah, like my 2 MP40s. Like I only want one plug that they're on, and it's not 2, right? So same thing. I used another one of those splitters. Pelfrey in the comments was saying make sure you get the full classic, not the junior. I do agree on that one because the junior is fairly limited.
No. That I would not do because I've heard people trying to do stuff with the junior that it's not possible. So yeah, no, that I do. I definitely would not go with the junior.
Yeah, no,
it's too limited.
No, but once you have the classic, you can do pretty much everything. So personally, unless it was a killer deal, I would buy the classic. Like it'd be nice to be able to have that individual thing monitoring for individual plugs, but it's not $500 better, right? It's a nice to have, but you don't need it.
Okay, all right, got you. That's exactly what I was trying to figure out. Which I kind of figured that it wasn't worth it.
Yep.
But you know, I just wanted to make sure.
If they were both available used and it was like not a big jump, I would go for the newer one. But I don't know. Just for buying it new versus the used one, it's just hard to justify.
Got you. Okay, I got you. All right, sweet. Sounds like a plan because I need to start looking for like a controller or whatever because I mean I want to put a controller on this tank and stuff. So yeah, I need a. Hey, I know. Philip does, but I guess this is. I'm just gonna take over your stream for a Q&A session here, Reef Dudes.
Q&A away. What else do you want to know?
All right, so I'm not really a forum guy. I mean, I know forums and all, but where on Reef to Reef are the best place to like jump around to see all these things?
They do have a buy-sell hardware section, I believe.
Buy and sell. I'm just
gonna load and look.
Dry goods. I think it's called Dry Goods, and they have one for livestock too. I don't know the exact name, but
here I'm just logging in. I'll go look.
It should be on. It should be like on the main screen, right? The main. Oh no, there's forums. There you go. That's what I want to look for.
You got forums.
Do-it-yourself lounge equipment. Oh, equipment, lighting, hardware, aquarium filtration.
Selling forum, dry goods, and then they have a selling forum, livestock. And then they also have a trading forum for dry goods and a trading forum for livestock.
Yep, so literally just go in here and search for Apex.
Oh, there you go. Selling livestock, dry goods. Okay, all right, so they have a whole section for that. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
I think I can figure it out from there.
And Reef Central has one as well. A lot of times you'll see just duplicates, but you know, people will post it in both. But I've bought a few things from both of those, and I've had good luck with them.
Yeah, no, I bought mine off a forum too, so. It's like, man, find your lots right here. I recently upgraded, looking to sell the old one. Look at all those power bars.
Yeah, Pelfrey is saying that you have to be a member for a month to be able to buy stuff on there, I guess. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's probably the time frame that I'll probably be looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there you go. 425 shipped. Yeah, lots of deals on there.
That one's a
Oh, where'd you find that one? Under the dry goods? Yeah, dry goods.
Yeah,
Okay.
so what I did, just to make it easier, when you're searching on here, just go to search, and if you go to more to
let me
advanced.
look at your screen.
Okay. Yeah, so you can go.
All right, go.
Oh, let me just move it. So keyword,
Okay, so you search
Apex, and then in the subforms, tell it to just search the buy-sell form.
Ah, okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a nice little tip there.
There you go. And then search, and you'll be just stuff with the word Apex in there.
With what you're looking for. Gotcha. Yep. Okay, that works.
Yep. So, but yeah, definitely, forums are great, and I buy tons of them.
Yeah, I used to be on forums, but like, I don't know, man. Sometimes forums get like out of hand, and I can't deal with the BS that goes on in them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, up until about a month ago, YouTube's taken over all my floor time now. All these live streams suck up so much time, but they're fun. I love it.
Reef to Reef is a pretty good one, though, Kevin. You won't go wrong. I would say you won't go wrong with them.
Reef and Reef Central, the two that I would use.
Yeah, those are the two I go to mainly. But I think Pelfrey's gotten like a Nio skimmer, and he's gotten a Rain 2 algae scrubber. He's gotten great deals on there. So you got to be quick, though, because they don't I mean, if you see it and it's something you want, you better snatch it up because they go fast.
They go fast. Okay.
The price is right, yeah. But both good ones to check out for sure.
I'll be right back, guys. I got to put it on mute for a second.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Oh, look at this.
Pelfrey Reef
they have the skimmer that I just bought, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is an internal one. But this dude, it's a used one. This dude is asking for $350 shipped, and I just bought mine brand new for $300. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to know your stuff because some people do ask crazy prices, but if you weed through, you can find some steals.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, 52? How you doing, man?
What's going on, 5280? Any questions about the Apex?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll have a lot of questions, but here's the thing. I don't want to ask questions until I get it.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be kind of redundant that I'm going to ask questions again about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have an idea of how it works. It's basically all programming, basically. So,
yep.
You know.
A lot of it's simple, like,
you know,
like my Fuge light, basically. So if it loses connection, turn off. If that, during this time, turn on.
Right. It's an if and or basically statement, basically. Yeah. No, I got you. But yeah, I don't right now, I just bought an external skimmer. I've never had an external skimmer. So I'm gonna have questions about it. But I have it now. So when I go ahead and put it together, I can ask the questions that's gonna be relevant because now I can actually touch it and do what I need to do to make it work. So you know.
Pelfrey in the comments was just saying too, if you sign up for an Apex Fusions account, we could give you access to ours so you can just poke around and look at it. And if you want, once you get one later, you can, if you want to see how you code something, you can see how one of us did it, and then you can just do the same thing.
Ah, cool. Oh yeah, that'd be very cool. Okay.
Like I have another guy that gave me access to his, and same thing. When I was learning stuff, I just poke around and see how he did it, and it's kind of a good way to check things out.
Kind of get an idea. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely cool.
Yeah, so when you get one, let us know, and we'll hook you out and give you access to check it out.
Oh, you best believe I'll be asking questions. Best believe that.
Apex live streams coming up.
Hey, you see how Sean got the rundown on how his work and all that. So yeah, I mean, not his what's his name? Scott's own work and all that. So yeah, I definitely will be, because I mean, listen, this is my first big tank. It's a 180. It's a monster. So I have a lot of questions about, like, you know, my plumbing and all that. So, you know.
How's that coming?
Well, everything is kind of at a standstill right now. I'm just waiting for parts to come in. Like my return pump is coming. I'm waiting on the rest of the plumbing parts to come in, and then I can start plumbing and do water testing and all of that, and then once all the plumbing check out and all of that, and I get stuff ready to rock and roll, then it's game on. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here wait until do anything. I'm rocking, baby.
Beauty. No, it'll be good. Keep us updated on that build.
Oh yeah, I mean, I need to do a video. I need to do a video of where it's at right now. That
Yes,
it's
you do.
actually here, and I'm starting and whatever. I've been really slacking on that. Same problem you have. These live streams been taking my time.
I actually had to jump off one the other day to just go finish shooting that update video.
Right.
It's good
So
stuff.
I mean, it is what it is, though.
Mhm.
I mean, I have a whole like I started editing the Reeferpalooza video.
Nice.
Still ain't done it yet, but I mean, I'll probably get it done by tomorrow. So we'll see. I just feel lazy.
Yeah, that's understandable. When I used to do like dirt biking videos on my other channel, I would literally just leave them open on my computer for like a week, and every time I walk by, I would just trim it down a bit, and it took like weeks to get a video up.
Yeah, I mean, I started editing. It's almost done, but I just need to like put the final touches on it. So,
Nice.
oh look, Apex is 360 shipped. Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Power
And then-
bar, the brain probes. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay.
Jump on it. You'll have that 180 automated in no time.
Yeah, you'll have no problem with it, Kevin. You said you're in IT, and it's really simple to program. There's lots of good videos. Fish a Hex actually puts out some good videos on the Apex and the programming.
Yes, he does.
And so does actually on the Neptune forums.
Yeah,
There's pretty much any question you want is on there. You can find the answer. So.
Mm-hmm. I use those a lot at first. I still jump on there, but check it out and see what's new. But people are very handy. Even some of the Apex mods, you post a question and it's by the next day. It's like, oh, here's this chunk of code for you. It's all done. I'm like, sweet.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so that came in really handy.
All right, I'll check that out. I'm signed up now, so I'll be checking that stuff out and going from there.
DC said he's dropping 2 videos this week. We're holding you to it, ma'am.
Hey, Kevin, can you see my screen right here?
Yeah.
See, on Apex Fusion, you get this little box right here where you can see my tank.
Right.
And you can put photos, but I found a post where you can take like an old iPhone, and there's an app you download called IP Camera.
Awesome.
And so
I'm doing that today.
So you can monitor your tank in live. It's actually live.
It's called IP Camera.
This one, let me double check.
I'm gonna have to do this now. I keep debating buying an IP camera, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, if you have an old iPhone, this works perfect.
Perfect.
And there's a YouTube video on it. It's called, it's called IP Camera.
Okay, perfect.
And the only thing you'll have to do, which I'm sure you'll be familiar with, is you have to do a port forwarding on your router to your actual IP address, or it won't show up when you're away from home.
Right.
So you just have to forward the port, and it'll work.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I got static IPs here in my house, so yeah, that's easy.
Yeah. See, that's just an old iPhone. That's an old iPhone 4. And I just leave it right here on the shelf. And the other one I have is just a webcam right here. And that's hooked up to a Raspberry Pi. You can do the same thing with that. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but.
Yep.
Oh, I got a couple.
Yeah, you can do the same thing with Raspberry Pi. And they're only $35.
Yeah, I got a couple kicking around.
And that's a classic that you're running that off.
Yeah, that one there is the Apex Classic.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't hooked up a camera to the new one yet, but I plan on it. I have a couple other old iPhones in the drawer somewhere.
So let me ask you this: the the same monitoring that you can do for the new one is the same monitoring you can do for the old one, except for the power draw.
Yeah, so like
Mostly, yeah.
you see my interface here, right?
Right.
So let me go to the new one and see. Let's see. Let me scroll up. See right here, you have your power monitoring.
Right. Okay.
So it's basically, you know, it's the same, but it's Wi-Fi, and you get you get your 24-volt ports on the side of the EB. Well, it's not called the EB8, whatever it's called now. But your energy bar, basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know,
Well,
those are the
trust
only
me.
two big differences. The rest are just little tiny things.
Trust me, I know a lot of people who have the Apex, ReefDudes, Philip, Rico, all you Pelfrey, all you boys. Yeah, best be ready that I'm gonna hit y'all up. Respy too. Yeah, all y'all boys. Best believe I'm gonna hit y'all up when I do get one.
We'll have some
Yeah, best
Apex
believe
live
I'm gonna hit.
streams and do it up. We'll get you programmed up.
Hey, no problem. No problem. Y'all need remote access in there? Hey, listen, I'll give y'all access to do what y'all need to do too. So, hey, it ain't no thing, baby.
Sounds good. So, Dudes Reef, for someone was asking what all the Apex are for. How much does it cost and what is essential for? So, price-wise, new, they're about $800-900. Used ones, $450, $550. Mainly, they're a tank monitor, and you can use it to automation stuff. So you can turn stuff on with digital timing all your ports. They can do things like have a float switch, like I have, and if my water in the pump chamber rises, then turns off my skimmer so it doesn't overflow. So there's lots of little things like that you can do. It's kind of like fail safes and automation in your tank. Or I take the panel off, the stand lights turn on, all kinds of stuff like that.
Plus, if you're away from home, it'll give you notifications. If something does go wrong, it'll send you a text message or an email saying like your heater or whatever's going funky.
Yeah, so same thing. I got an app on my phone and will text or email me if any of my alerts go off, and just check on your tank if you're out of town.
Yeah. See, DC Reefer calling me out on all fronts, man. He said I'm slacking on my videos. Yeah, he said man, listen, man. I got life, man. I got real life going on, dog.
Happens.
And live streams.
They're live, so they're still real life, right? It counts.
Yeah, I guess so. Talking about real life, yo, I'm about to jump off here to go get some food because I'm hungry.
Yeah,
so
I'm getting there.
I'm gonna leave y'all boys to it, and I'm gonna catch y'all in a little bit. If y'all still on, I'll be back. If not, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all be easy. That's a CJ Steele right there.
You do what you do.
All right. With y'all.
All right, Kev. Have
Later,
a good
Kevin.
All right, boys. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Peace.
Dudes Reef. I've seen a few cool features. I'd like to stack with the calcium reactor if I can afford these things. Okay, so with a calcium reactor, automating your reactor based on the pH is another big kind of plus for it. I was trying to sell CJ on that one because he wants the pH controller, but I would just go for the Apex. So on mine, I drilled a hole in the top of the calcium reactor and I put a pH probe in it. And then it monitors my pH, and if it's too high or too low, it'll turn the solenoid for the CO2 on or off. So it's kind of like a fail-safe to make it easy for you to program. So there's just so many little things you can do for automation, which makes life much, much, much easier. Again, not required, but it's nice and handy. How about you, Philip? Any big savers or custom tweaks you've done with your Apex?
Not really. I mean, one of the things I did just with the breakout box, it just makes it easier for me on this this tank here. Right in this corner right here, I just have a little switch that's hooked up to my breakout box.
Yep.
And so when I want to do a water change, I just hit this switch, and it automatically turns everything off to I need to. And then when I reactivate the switch, you know, my skimmer won't start up again for like 5 or 10 minutes. And the same with my my gyres and my MP10. So I have that set up, and then just, you know, just the standard stuff, the alerts, and I really enjoy it though. Before this, I didn't really want to spend the money on an Apex. I had the Reef Keeper Lite, you know, and it was a good controller. I mean, it had the timer, built-in timers, and you could kind of monitor stuff. But I have to say that the Apex is, you know, it's hard to let go of that much money, but to me, it's totally worth it. Just peace of mind.
I actually built, originally, there was a thread on Reef to Reef about building one with a Raspberry Pi. So I actually built my own first and had it controlling and automating everything. But then by the time I bought all the probes I wanted, it was pretty close to the price of the used Apex, so I just picked that up.
Yeah, it's still a fun project though, I bet.
Oh yeah, for sure. I ended up trading it for a bunch of torch corals and stuff to a buddy, but that was good. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen my other video, but I got Alexa controlling my Ecotech stuff. So I have another idea how to get it to control my Apex. So I might build a Apex interface for it, which would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. I'll be all over that.
Oh yeah, so hopefully soon. I'm debating to use a Raspberry Pi or Arduino, but one of the two I'll probably use.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be great.
Raspberry Pi will probably be easier because it's built-in Wi-Fi though.
Yeah, I did see your video on the Apex with or Alexa with the Reef Link, and I've actually, on the new tank, I went with the WXM module.
Yep.
But I'm thinking about ditching it for the Reef Link, just because you can do a lot more. You know, you can do a lot more features with the Reef Link. Plus, I got two. You know, I have a couple of Amazon Echoes and.
Nice.
So yeah.
The Reef Link, if you have a vector pump, the one thing that bugged me is with the WXM module, you can't interface the vector with it. For whatever reason, Apex or Neptune and Ecotech were getting along, so they kind of killed it at that point, which is really unfortunate. But because I have both of them, so I ended up moving my power heads, my pumps back onto the Reef Link, and then I just left the lights on the Apex, mainly so I purposely couldn't bugger with them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that one of the thing is, because stability is honestly the biggest thing in the tank. And then with it on Reef Link, I buggered with the lights a lot more. So now I just have two Apex switches, one that cooks into movie mode, so we'll turn on just really dim blues for 2 hours if I'm watching a movie, then I'll go back to the normal schedule. And I have another one called photo mode, where it will whiten up all my lights so it actually takes pictures and looks good on video, and not washed out with the blue.
So how did you do that? You created like different profiles?
Yep.
Okay. I've been kind of looking into that recently because I want to set one up for like acclimation mode.
Yep.
And then one, like you said, if I want to fill my tank where I can, you know, turn on more lights.
No, exactly.
So I haven't quite got there yet, but I have kind of started looking into that.
Yeah, where are they? Yeah, there you go. So I got a photo mode and a movie mode. And then that just links up with a profile that you preset. So profile, so like Radeon photo. So I just set up to my, so there you go for photo mode. I upped my white intensity, my blues and stuff stays about the same, but just made it whiter. And then same thing for night mode, I think is my movie mode. Just so the tank's not too distracting if you guys are watching a movie or something.
Yeah.
Those are the two I use. Otherwise, I try not to mess with it too much.
Have you ever tried any of the users where you can like download the users templates?
Yep. I think I made a couple and put them up there too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. For my lighting, the original one I did is on the Reef Link. I took the CoralLab AB Plus one, and then I modified it to have a bigger ramp up and ramp down, because theirs was fairly straight cutoff. So if I can find it. Because you have the Radeons on your tank, right?
Yeah, but you know, I'm so unfamiliar with the lights. I mean, right now I just have, there's one of the users download that mimics the, I think it's called the AB Plus schedule.
Yep.
And that's the one I'm on right now. And with my max intensity right now at 50%. I have 3 of them on there, and I have par meter, and I checked it the other day, and I'm like anywhere between 400 and 500 par at the top of my skate. So
It's a good
the
chunk.
thing's cranking out some light for sure.
I run mine at a max of 45%, and that's half just so the fans don't turn on. But this was the Core Lab AB was essentially these points, and I just kind of lowered the intensity a little bit and then spread out the curve to ramp it up and down slowly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I can share this one if you want. I think I did save it up there, but yeah, so far it's been good. So Brett, gonna go with the XR15 Gen Pro. So I have the Gen 3 XR15s, and they've been awesome lights. So I'm sure the 4s are just as good, if not better.
Yeah, they added those warm white and violet, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other colors plus the
They're
different
ATI
lenses. I just read nothing but good things about them, and there's a lot more. The AP700, there's just not a lot of info on them, so I've kind of been winging it the whole time, just kind of playing around. And so with this one here, there's just a lot more different people documenting their, experience with SPS, LPS, and so on. But
a lot of coral places use the Radions as well, which is one kind of nice plus. There's like a lot of a track record for it. I mean, Kessels have a huge following as well. The trade-off, but for me, I just like how you could tweak the color more with the Radions versus the Kessel.
Yeah, the Kessel, you just have the color wheel, so you're kind of you can just dial in exactly. But on the AP700, it actually has a wheel, and you can kind of scroll around the wheel chart from like blues to whites to reds to greens to yellow, whatever you want. And apparently, from what the documentation I read, they say that no matter what color you pick, it still provides what your corals need to grow.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was going to do 2 AP700s on the new tank, but I just went with the Radions, and I've only been looking at it a couple of weeks, but I have to say I think I'm liking the Radions a little bit better.
Yeah, they're my pick. Right, Mr. Dr. Welsh to Magic. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for joining the stream. So with yours, did you have the 30s or 15s? Which ones did you have on your tank?
Oh, the 30s.
30s? Okay, yeah, nice. I was trying to get a AP700 to review, but it didn't happen.
Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was trying to get a Kessel AP700 as like a review one to play with for a few weeks, but it didn't happen.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I do video reviews for one of the online resources sometimes, so get to try out stuff.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good light. I mean, I did have that one issue where they replaced it, but I got it when it first came out, so there's been a few firmware updates for it, and that's still kind of a work in progress, I think. I'm a beta tester for their software, so I had the software before it was actually released on the newer version, and they've improved it slowly over time, but I think it still has a few bugs to work out.
Was there?
I noticed
on
mine.
Beta tester for it.
It's all right. I mean, it just it gives you the releases a couple months early, and you get to play around with it and just give them feedback. I mean, that's really it.
Yeah, I'm doing something similar with Neptune right now, so I was kind of curious.
Yeah, there's really no perks in it other than just getting the updates early. As far as them with me, I don't get any type of deals or anything like that. But it's just nice. I always like to do that, just to try out the new stuff and the software. But
yeah, exactly.
It's still, even with this latest firmware update and the new software, I have an Android phone, so I'm using the one for that. And I noticed that the AP700, though, every once in a while when it goes to do a color change, the light actually will turn off for like, I don't know, half a second to a second, and then it turns back on.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of odd to me, where the light completely goes out instead of just you know, gradually doing it. Yeah, instead of
it's
just
kind of
gradually
distracting
doing
too,
it.
out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, every time it happens, my wife always looks at me like, "Is there something wrong?" You know, like there's something
wrong with the
wrong or
tank?
something.
Don't worry, my expected fisher is fine. Yep. Gotta love it. Keeps it entertaining, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my wife's cool. She doesn't really hassle me at all when it comes to this hobby, and I like to mess with her. Like I was hanging out with a bunch of buddies one day, and I happened to log into Fusion, and I saw what was going on in my tank, and I could see her sitting there, and I told my friends, watch this, and I set off an alarm. And she immediately like ran to the phone to call me, "Hey, your alarm's going off." And we were all laughing. I got in trouble for that one, but
that's awesome. Hey, at least she told you right away.
yeah.
When I was first testing the top off kit before one of the updates, they kept getting set into alarm mode as it's too sensitive. And she kept telling me to kill it with fire on a daily basis when the alarm was going off.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, the one thing with the Apex that I haven't, I even was on the phone with support and everything, but I can't seem to get my salinity probe dialed into any really consistent reading. You know, I have a couple different refractometers, and I've tried to calibrate them over and over, and I just get really like on the Apex Classic, I get really low readings from my salinity probe.
Mine's exact same. I just kind of gave up on it and use it more for trending than actual values.
Yeah, that's what I do. I know, you know, if all of a sudden it's way off, and I know to, you know, check it. But
yeah, so like right now it says it's 22.9, which I know it should be right on what it is. So it's became trending. They're overly sensitive. If any little air bubbles or anything gets into it, it will throw off the reading.
Yeah.
That or even interference in the power wire, like they're very finicky probes. So I've just
I know
it.
I know they say to isolate it, but it's kind of hard. You know, I've tried the best that I could to isolate that wire. But, you know, eventually you're going to cross something or, you know, run into something. So, but I noticed on a new one, it's actually reading high.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Classic reads low, and then the new one reads high.
That's funny.
So, yeah, so I just kind of just pick that number and just watch that trend just to make sure it stays steady.
No, exactly. It's a great way to do it. Same with the ORP. It's one of those ones where the number makes no difference. It's just if it's some weird trend starts jumping one way or the other, then might be something going on.
Yeah, I did notice on the new tank, the ORP was kind of up in the high 200s, right almost at 300, and then in the last day or two, I did do 100% water change after my tank cycle.
Yep.
But I've noticed in the last day or two, it's like down in the 170s. So, you know, I really don't get that either, but I don't really monitor the ORP that much. I mean, I don't really even know.
It's just there because I have it.
Right.
I was chasing pH for a while, but I've pretty much given up on it. Decided it's a pointless battle.
Yeah. Mine stays, you know, fairly consistent. It stays right in the morning time or, you know, late night, early morning, it's like 7.9. And then in the midday, it's like 8.1, 8.2, somewhere right there. But
I've tried so many things to get over 8. It's just pointless. Yeah, 7.87 to 7.93. Like on a good day, it'll hit like 8.01. That just, yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I've heard you guys talk about it before, and I think you've actually even talked about it before. I went on the craze where everyone's doing this micro nano bubble scrubbing.
Yep.
And I decided, you know, I had the stuff, so I decided to give it a whirl.
Mm-hmm.
And now I didn't see any improvement in my tank as far as like my coral or, you know, anything as far as that goes. But what I did notice is my pH stayed consistent. And I didn't get that dip at nighttime.
So
it just stayed pretty level across the board.
I am doing that right now, and that was pretty much exact same reason I decided to do it, because I figure if nothing else, it's going to help the pH at night.
Yeah, I mean it did do that, and but I never noticed really any benefit in my tank itself. So I kind of just took it offline, just one less thing to deal with, you know. But
Yeah, actually, I might do a video on that one this week. Explain it, because a lot of the videos I've watched on it, they have some weird, complicated way with the baffles and the bubbles, and I don't know. I found a much simpler way.
okay, cool. Yeah,
So
I did it the way I don't know. I can't remember what website I saw it on, but they show it, you know, where the air stone is in your baffle right before the return pump, and I set mine up exactly like that. So I've seen other people where you actually can see like the blast of bubbles in the tank, but they say that's not really the right way to do it.
No, I'm with you.
And so,
only super tiny micro ones make into mine. You can't even tell it's on unless you shine a light in the tank.
yeah, so at nighttime, if you take a flashlight, you can kind of see them.
No,
but,
exactly.
Yeah, so that's the way I was doing it. But
it's on
you know, I've seen other people take.
Yeah, on mine, because the water flows over the baffle instead of under, so that was already off the list.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I know there's been a lot of people swearing by it, but I gave it a whirl for a few months, and I just, I really didn't see any benefit. The only benefit I did see was that it kept that small swing of pH through the night, which I never really, I mean, that has never really affected my tank anyway, that small little swing. So I just kind of took it offline just to get that air pump out of the way. And
the last few weeks or month, because my tank was doing crappy for a while. In November, December-ish or something up the water, and a bunch of my stuff bit the dust, and it's kind of been up and down, up and down. The last month, everything's really looking happy again, but I'm also doing a bunch of things, so it's hard to say exactly which one was that magic bullet. But
yeah.
So, like, I'm dosing the Red Sea coral colors now, which a lot of my corals looking great, but I'm also started doing weekly water changes instead of being more slack on them. So I'm doing 5 gallons a week. I am doing the little micro bubbling at night, so it's a bunch of different things. So it's hard to say which was which, but kind of shotgun approach, and it's working, so I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, that's kind of, I've run into that before. If you start doing too many things, then you kind of don't know what, you know, what's helping or what's not helping. But I've done the same thing. I mean, I've been down that road several times.
Yeah. All the corals are really coloring up, and I had some that were dying and fading. Now their polyps are bright in color, and they're starting to grow back, so sticking to it. Find what works.
I hear you.
Do it.
Yeah, that's why I'm sticking with this aquaforest, because same thing. I was forever, I mean, for almost the life of my tank, I was strictly using calc in my auto top off. And I've always had, I always had pretty stable alkalinity and calcium, always within range. But, you know, I'd have a 0.5 dip every now and again when I tested. And, but ever since but I noticed, like, when I added the SPS, especially on, what is it called? A purple bonsai coral.
Yep.
It like all the polyps retracted and they never popped out. And I mean, it was still living, but it just didn't look good. And once I got that alkalinity locked on, I mean, the polyps came back and it's growing better than it ever has. So
yeah,
to me that's been the key.
Tank.
Yeah, that's been the key for me, is just
I tried
keeping it
using
super,
calc
super
for a while,
stable.
mainly for the same thing, for the pH, but for me, it didn't seem to be a big boost. Like, my sump level, because I built a calc stir, so it was fully saturated, and my water level was rising faster without much of a pH boost. So it was almost rising faster than I could evaporate it. So it kind of didn't have much benefit, at least on my tank.
Yeah, well, that's it. Before I added SPS, it was totally, would keep my numbers in line for the LPS and the softies I have. But once I added the SPS, even with what I did on my calc was I would mix it with vinegar. It makes it dissolve way faster. And you can, I can't remember, I have it written down. I can't remember the ratios off the top of my head, but you could do the total saturation, like as max as you could go. And after I added the SPS, it just wasn't keeping up. I just kept watching my alk and calcium drop. So then that's when I switched over to dosing. But
Yeah, I'm gonna put the calcium reactor back one of these days, but I took it off just to see if it would make a big difference with the pH, but it's still in the same range, so wasn't any big change.
What kind of reactor do you use?
It is a good question. It was some really old one that I got and redid all the plumbing and pumps and everything on it. The sticker's half worn off, but I'll see if I can find a picture.
Yeah, I've been thinking about going that route myself. You know, after being on Rico's live streams, and I never really considered a calcium reactor before, but I am this time around. That's the only thing that's really left on this tank.
Aquatic Edge was the brand of it, if that shows up, but
Aquatic Edge?
Yeah, it's a really old one. I don't even know if they're around anymore. I got the reactor for a case of beer, so it was a good trade.
Yeah, can't beat that.
Yeah, but then the pump, and it was like gobs of silicone. It was just nasty, so I pretty much redid all the plumbing and put a DC pump on it and drilled a hole in the lid for a pH probe and all that jazz. But on
what do you use for a?
Sorry.
What do you use for a regulator?
American Marine Pinpoint one. It's a little tiny regulator with a DC solenoid on it.
Okay.
And that one's been working pretty well. In theory, before that I just used AC ones, but in theory they can stick. So I ended up picking up this one at some point, and it was smaller and fit my stand, where the other one, the bubble counter, was hitting the top. So this is more compact.
Did you find it hard to? Did you always have to fiddle with it, or did you set it and forget it type of deal?
At first I did. Having the solenoid and the pH controller made it heaps easier, right? Because it would be your safety buffer. But eventually I tweaked it until the solenoid just stayed on. Like it would cycle like after days instead of every hour. So eventually I tweaked it to that perfect happy medium. But it took a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to start off with dosing on the new tank, and then if it gets to the point where I'm, you know, really using a lot of fluids and that, you know, the cost, then might switch over to the reactor. I just haven't decided. That's the only thing I haven't decided yet on what I'm going to do.
It depends. I mean, in theory, having a reactor is cheaper, more economical long term. Because dosing, if you're buying just your calcium milk from the store, then it can be a little more expensive. I ended up getting a bunch in bulk, so that's why I haven't bothered going back to the reactor yet, just because I have so much of it.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm doing the same thing with the Aquaforest. You can buy it pre-mixed, or you can buy the products in bulk and just mix the recipe yourself. And the cost difference is like 3 to 1. So you get like 3 batches for the cost of 1 of the pre-mixed.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I have a buddy that works up north, and he ended up getting a bunch of the raw chemicals in bulk. So I think I'm set for years.
The way to do it.
Exactly. So might go back to the calcium reactor eventually, but.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Yep, no problem. So Brett, you're asking about joining. If you have, oh, it looks like you're on. How's it going, Brett? How much do you think calcium reactor actually costs in total with the bells and whistles?
Here's the tank I was talking about.
1 sec. Ah, it looks pretty nice.
Comes with a bunch of stuff. 57-gallon rimless tank, 10-gallon frag tank, which is here. Stand for both of them. Metal halide light for the main display. It has trigger system Ruby Elite 30-inch, Reef Keeper Elite, Marine MP10 wireless lit, and AI Hydra 27, I believe.
Sounds like a pretty good setup.
Here. 5-stage RODI, 100+ pounds of rock, 250-gallon chiller, Aqua CEV 120 protein skimmer, auto top off, 2 media reactors, pumps, additives, numerous other odds and ends, and dosing.
If you got the money saved up, it's pretty much everything you'd need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
RODIU
change
and
out.
everything, so that's handy.
I would change out probably the metal halide for the 2 XR15 Gen 4 Pros, but that's pretty much it, just because of the power draw.
Yeah,
like I have a
I like LEDs as well, so I'm with you on that one. But you could always get that, then upgrade the lights later when you have more money.
Yeah, well, and it comes with one AI Hydra for the frag tank, and it looks these actually look really nice.
Yeah, go take a look, and if there's no scratches and it looks good, then it should be good.
Well, even if there is some scratches, you can always take them out, some of the smaller ones out.
Yeah, glass is much harder. I've made that mistake once. I bought a tank and it was just scratches, and I was stuck with it. It was basically the glass guy told me it wasn't worth it to try and polish it. Acrylic, it's easy to polish, but
yeah, I was actually working on a stand for my 10-gallon, but then I ended up giving up on it because I don't really need it.
Yeah.
And I hit the grinder or the sander I was using.
Oh no.
Hit my foot. So now I have some marks on my foot from it.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Sucks, but here, I'm
So Dude's Reef, he's asking how much he thinks it actually costs for a calcium reactor. That looks pretty
Here's
good.
my tank.
Nice.
No fish right now. They're at the fish store getting treated for brook because the fish store gave me clownfish with brook. So one of the clownfish ended up dying, and the firefish and the other clownfish are alive. They're taking them out of hyposalinity now, so it should be fine.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Topping off with RO water by manually 78 degrees. Salinity is perfect, and they're actually using the water I use is actually just UV sterilized, straight off the ocean. So I can just take a boat out and go get it and run it through UV.
Well, that's handy.
Pretty cool. This is the adaptation I was talking about earlier. Baby snails all over. Oh, that's snail. So right next to the mushroom, there's that white and cream color snail, striped. I don't know what it is.
I have no idea on that one. What's going on, Dude's Reef?
Nothing much, man. Breakfast.
Breakfast. Nice.
Yep.
I'm getting ready for dinner.
Me too. It's only 6:00 p.m. here.
Oh, it's 6 p.m. for me.
Yeah, it's 11. I'm kind of having a really lazy day.
Nice. That's all right. How are your tanks doing? That's a seahorse tank, right?
Yeah, they're doing
Nice.
very good, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's a nice update. I want to try them one of these days.
So does anyone? I have bubble algae. Does anyone know how to get rid of that?
You did not watch
Try
my last
emerald
video.
crab.
Emerald
Try
crab.
emerald crab.
All right, I'll try one.
If they're bigger ones, I would try and kind of manually remove it, or if you can pop it off or suck it out with a water change tube. But if you only got a couple little ones, just throw an emerald crab in and he'll munch away at it.
You know what? I'll just rip it up myself then.
Just don't pop them, or you'll get more, because the spores will release in your tank. But usually, I use a water change tube and try and suck it out, or pry it and make sure it gets sucked up right away, so those spores don't float around your tank. You try not to float when you do it.
Does anyone know what?
That's what I do. I take a little dental pick and I take my water change hose and stick it there and kind of scrape it off the rock and just let it suck it into a filter sock.
It's almost like a bubble, like a cream bubble on the rock.
sponge?
That might be a
sponge?
yeah, that might be a pineapple sponge. Bubble algae is like green marbles.
No, I have bubble algae. Wait, can't see it there. It's all over though.
Yep. Get yourself an emerald crab. He'll munch on it.
Oh, that looked like a sponge though. What you were just showing.
Yep.
Wait, can I just take a pair of tweezers and rip the aptasia out?
No, if there's
It'll
any
grow back.
flesh, it will grow back.
Yeah, just get peppermint
Can I
shrimp.
just completely
Yeah.
try to remove it?
Peppermint shrimp will eat it, or you could try what Mad Dog was saying earlier of boiling water and injecting it with a needle.
Yeah. Or if you
With
really,
lemon
really
juice,
want to
like?
go on, you can like chip the rock away underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been reefing for going on close to 25 years, and I don't know why, but I have never had one single aptasia ever.
That's good.
I can't believe it because I know it's very easy to get it, but I've never had that.
Yeah.
I've had two, and both times my peppermint shrimp have just eaten them.
Yeah, same with my peppermint. The odd one or two disappear pretty quick. Usually in the night when you're not looking, it just gone. Speaking of, I ended up getting a bonus peppermint shrimp the other day on a coral.
That's always good.
I know. There's a big colony and this big shrimp comes out. It's like, sweet.
How much does a peppermint shrimp cost over there?
$10 for me. Oh, what are they there?
I'll pay for mine.
Generally $20.
Yeah.
25, 30.
It's crazy the difference in some of them. Like a cleaner shrimp would be more 25 to 30, and then a fire shrimp would be more 30, 35-ish, $40.
I think the skunk cleaner shrimp, I normally get them for about 110.
Really, that much?
3 mushrooms.
Yeah, a lot of shops sell for 145.
Wow, that's crazy. They're like $25 here.
What?
The blood shrimp, the red ones with little dots on them, they're just, oh man, they're just too expensive. I don't even look at them anymore.
That's crazy. It's funny the difference because like some things for you guys is dirt cheap and it's expensive for us. It's just what's available, I guess.
What's that, sir?
This tank right here is 2 months old now. I've already battled Brooklynella, Aptasia. Now I'm just getting my first algae on the glass and stuff, which is crazy, and on the rocks.
Yep.
Tank suckled?
Is it new tank?
Yeah, 2 months.
So decently new.
Okay, yeah, it's very new.
Yep.
Yeah, you still got to go through the uglies.
Yeah, it's part of the deal. Everyone goes through it. I'm just trying to actually look up some prices because I'm curious now.
Well, I just quickly looked at the YouTube on my computer. I just can't believe how bad the camera quality looks.
Never quite the same as in person, eh?
It's like I'm using a toaster or something to record this.
Okay, so.
So no, I've got to ask about a calcium reactor. How much do you think it actually costs to set it up with all the probes and the regs and?
Okay, so the reactor themselves, anywhere. So I'm in Canadian dollars, so it's a bit different, but they're generally 300 to 500 range. I mean, I got mine for KC beer used, so I got it pretty cheap. But so a couple $100 for the reactor, then you got to buy the media to fill it, which is probably $30. If your CO2 tank's probably $80, $100. The regulator's another $100. So I'm gonna say it's probably about $700, $800 in the end. If you bought it brand new. Now your tanks are a bit smaller, so I don't know if it'd be worth it. I think it's kind of like that.
No.
Okay.
No, it'll be for when I get a 6 foot or 8 foot tank next. That's perfect.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere around like they say over like 100, 150 and up when it starts to justify itself more. Also depends too, like
Yeah,
how much you're paying for the
I mean,
calcium milk powder.
Alright, I'm gonna look at some stuff in my tank water under a microscope.
You got me curious to actually look at the price of shrimp now.
I'm gonna try looking at that visual search.
I don't know. The more I look into it, the more expensive it seems to get. So I just don't know.
Pretty much. Yeah, stick with dosing for now. And if you already have it all, then the doser is pretty easy.
Yeah, it's it's not like I'm using that much. I mean, I go through like maybe 1 bottle a month or something. So
yeah. And if you buy the powder and mix it yourself, it's a lot cheaper too.
yeah, it's just very hard to find the powder here.
Oh really? Eh?
Yeah, I've bought it before, and it lasted me nearly 8 months.
Oh, that's good.
But I haven't seen it since.
Stock up when you find it, eh?
Yeah, that's what it seems to be like. If you find anything cool, you just need to get it straight away. It's cool.
Yep. Get the link. Sure can there, Ed. Alright, so Ed's joining. Probably gonna give it about 50 more minutes and I gotta go for food. I'm getting hassled for spending my whole night on YouTube. Alright, Ed, I dropped the link for you. But yeah, with calcium reactors, it's usually a bit to kind of tune it and get it set up. And then once you got it dialed in, you literally hardly have to touch it unless you add a bunch of coral or change something like that. Hey, Ed.
Hey, what's up?
Not too much. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah, excellent.
What's up, Ed?
I got music playing in my damn ears along with this call. What the hell?
You got another YouTube window open?
I had my music player.
Oh. I've had a few times when you too many tabs open, it gets lost in there somewhere.
What's up, Ed? You ordered that 150 yet?
No, I'm waiting for cash in hand. But
just do it. Get it in route.
Yeah. In the mail.
I saw on their Facebook that people are saying they ordered it on Monday and got the tank by Friday, and I'm going on vacation next Friday, so I don't.
There you go.
I
Order
can't
the
really
day
do
you
it.
leave,
Hey,
so it's there when you get back.
yeah, exactly. Hey, that see that mushroom right there? I just bought it tonight at the LFS. The one behind this. The one behind this Favia.
Nice. It's a Recordia, or what is it?
Is that what it is? I don't know. I paid $30. It was probably too expensive, but I wanted to buy something, so.
There's
Kinda
Recordia
blurry.
and Yuma. They're both
Little
the
hard
kind
to
of
tell.
bumpy mushrooms.
Yeah.
I try to make a Recordia garden in my 12 gallon tank, and I think I've got 2. I've been able to find 2 in like the last 6 months. It's like impossible to find here.
Yeah, one girl shut down her tank and she loved them, so I think I got about 5 or 6 of them, but they're like the size of my pinky nail, so they're slowly growing. Then she'll have a cool one.
Yeah. They grow very quickly, though, which is good, and they also eat very good.
Yeah. Speaking of shrimp, my fire shrimp, I got 2 in my tank, and they're little buggers. They always try and steal the food away from the mushrooms and acans. Little quarantine tank, Ed?
Shrimp.
Yep.
Yeah, the quarantine tank, looking for the RAS. He's hiding good.
Probably in the rock. That's my guess.
Yeah, probably. Time to turn the lights off on that.
Yeah.
What do you recommend?
Go to sleep. I've got to go. I'm going to go.
That was a 6-line RAS, right? Ed, 6-line
Yeah.
RAS?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
6-line. Yep.
What do you guys recommend?
Peace out, guys.
Tomorrow I'm taking all this aquascape out and rescaping it because when I took everything out to get the fish out, I put it back in half-assed and it's not stable at all. So,
Oh yeah.
So my wife keeps looking at it and she's like, "It's wrong. The rocks are wrong." So
it took me
yeah,
months to figure mine out. So.
Yeah, did you see those clowns I got? Did you see those clowns I got earlier on the?
Your channel? No, I haven't seen it yet. I'll go and check it out in a bit.
No, I haven't posted a video. I just been on a couple. I've been on this live stream and on Rico's and.
Oh no, I didn't see it. I saw you showing off your sump, but
okay.
But
yeah, I picked up some fish today. They're in quarantine, so.
Oh, okay.
Got some couple of black ice ocellaris clownfish and yellow chorus wrasse and 3 of the firefish.
Oh, nice. Why'd you get 3 firefish?
Because it was 3 for $30.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Oh, yeah, that is a good deal.
$10 a piece. So, and if not, I think he was asking 16 for them. If you just got.
I was actually just at my LFS, and they were, I think, asking 25 for the firefish,
Everyone's $7 for them.
which I thought was kind of expensive.
I always like those fish. I've given them a go a time or two, but I've never had luck with them. They've always usually died on me, but
they die or
I always like them. So
they're supposed to be notorious jumpers.
Yeah, they are. When you try to catch them, they were like, it looked like popcorn in the tank. They were popping all over the place.
I had
holy cow,
a nice purple one with a little bugger jumped on me.
My firefish, it just hides in the rocks all day.
Yeah. If your light's too bright too, I know sometimes they'll tend to hide more.
It's not too bright. It's these cheap LEDs that can barely support low light.
Yeah.
At the top of the tank.
There, I'll go in there, Ed, so you can see them. Turn on my
yeah,
camera.
do it. Show me what you got, man.
All right. Hang on, let me get my phone screwing up here.
I can't wait to get a new light for my tank so I can do other corals.
Yeah. If for softies, you're probably fine, but if you want SPS or stick, if you'll want something a little more intense.
No, I can barely do mushroom, low light mushrooms.
Yeah, do mushroom garden or zoas. What you got, Ed?
Yeah, I might try some zoas. But
Switch it to Phil. Let's get Phil on here.
I'm trying. My camera's giving me a hassle right now. My lights are off, but
Here, I can show you this.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. Go to him. That's fine. Oh, nice. What kind are those?
They're called black ice ocellaris.
Nice.
Right. What'd you pay for them? Probably $120 for the pair.
They were 50.
50 for the pair.
No, it was 50. 100 for the pair.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's decent.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, they're pretty small, but they're cool. They'll work. And then I got the chorus wrasse immediately went under the sand, and then firefish are hanging out behind here. You can't see them right now because they're.
No.
But I just left the lights out. When I put them in, I always leave the lights out, just kind of cut the stress out.
Cool. You're in the West Coast. Still light there.
Oh yeah, still light.
Yep.
Oh, palm trees and everything. Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
I started those out as little babies, man. They were in little 5-gallon buckets. I got some big ones now.
Did you guys see this piece of pecani that I got? I showed you guys
That's
yesterday.
a nice big rock.
It's huge.
Oh, that thing's massive, yeah.
I think I'm gonna saw it right here and then stand it up.
That's actually been a huge help. I've done it on tons of my rock and just make little flat spots rather than trying to balance them for hours.
Does anyone know how many?
Yeah.
Does anyone
I'm
know
gonna do that.
how many gallons the ocean is?
What was the question, sorry, there, Brett?
How many gallons the ocean is?
I don't think we have a number that
because
big.
1 billion.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Right by in my backyard. Here, I'm gonna try to catch them. Hand line and everything.
Nice. Hey Ed, what's the thing to the right of your light? It's like a second little light or something on there.
Here we go.
Let's see. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Like there's your light. It looks like maybe it's just reflection. Yeah, the little thing. Oh, it's your thermometer.
Right there?
Okay.
Thermometer.
Yeah, it looked like
It's
it was
on,
a little puck hanging beside it.
Yeah, I wanted it visible, so I put it there on this art that I have here.
Yep.
I wanted to put it on the side, but it doesn't stick to anything over here, so
Ah, yes.
it sticks to that glass. So, and I don't want it on the side of the display because I thought it would look stupid. But then again, it looks stupid there. So,
you have the all-in-one nano there, right? Yeah, I used to have
Yep.
mine stuck on the side.
yeah, this folds down. Skimmer is off right now because I don't have any fish in there. But there's the collection cup. Light goes to the side for easy maintenance, according to Red Sea.
There you go. Easy maintenance.
That Red Sea Nano was such a nice tank.
Yeah, the Red Sea tanks are pretty nice.
I was actually looking at the Red Sea E260, but it just ended up being way too much.
Then I got my Canon 80D for some movie actions.
Beautiful.
Hey, I got my A6000 from Sony.
I just ordered a gimbal too for the phone, so we'll see how
nice.
that goes.
I'm loving mine.
Yeah, between you and ReefDudes, I'm jealous. So
I got hopefully I've been on this quest to mount my microphone somehow to the gimbal. So I've printed about 3 different mounts now, so I think my new one will work. The first one went on the front, but then it threw off the balance. Like it still works, but I'm trying to make it perfectly balanced for the video. And then another one that clips on the front until I realize that tilting it's gonna throw it off. So
let's see, I got this for my phone, so I'm gonna take my camera off without breaking my camera. Let's see if I can do it.
Phil's playing pinball over there.
Yeah, pinball.
Beautiful.
My second hobby.
Oh, that's a good one.
I tricked these machines out though. I put all LEDs in there and done a bunch of modifications to them.
Oh, looks
That's
great.
cool, man.
My
like
dad
on this
used to
one
have
here,
one when I was a kid, but sadly they're all gone. They were fun.
On this AC/DC one here, this Canon, right here, it was like a little plastic shroud that had a picture of a cannon. But I found this is a little toy I found from China.
Nice.
And I painted it and just kind of Dremel tooled and modified it to fit over the mechanism.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That looks
This is my
great.
second hobby.
If I
Yeah,
do get the
that's all tricked out. And then on the AC/DC bell right here, it just had a little drop target, and I took a pinball and welded a little thing on it, and so it actually swings, so it'll ring the chimer. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, and then the train. Before this train was just a little cardboard placard.
Yeah.
So I got the same thing. I got the toy, and then modified it, painted it up.
That's wicked. Nicely done.
Yeah, I'm going to a big show up in Dixon, California this coming weekend. So and I had this this was a guy made this out of acrylic. It's just called a topper, but it's pretty sweet.
Looks great.
But yeah, there's a big show. There's a big show this weekend in Dixon, so you pay like a $20 or $30 entrance fee, and they have 2 warehouses full of pinball machines, all of them on free play.
Nice.
So I go every
sweet.
year.
That would be
Yeah,
fun.
I go every year. Pretty cool deal.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if I do end up going with the 40-gallon breeder, what should I use? What tank size should I use for a sump? I'm thinking a 20-gallon long.
Whatever fits in your stand. For the biggest one that will fit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, though.
Yep.
And
yeah,
then,
no, Phil has a pretty nice man cave.
Yeah, I like it. This is supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a formal family room, but I changed all
man
that.
cave. We're all
Thank
jealous.
you. Now,
We
dude.
like it. It looks awesome.
So, blanked out.
If I could take it back now, I would probably go instead of the Red Sea, I would have went with a JBJ all in one.
Would you?
Just save some bucks or an SCA.
What tank is that?
SEA or JBJ? I personally had a couple of innovative marine ones, and other than the one cracking, I liked the other two I had.
Wait.
Right.
Yeah, Brett, you're really hard to hear. You're very quiet, just so you know. I don't know if you're far away from the microphone or whispering, but a little harder to pick you up.
Alright, I'll talk a little louder, closer to the phone.
Yep.
Yeah, the reason why I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say I did the under cabinet LEDs on this too, just to give it a glow on the floor, you know.
Pimp my pinball. No,
I like
good.
tweaking on stuff like that. But
I did that behind my computer screens on my TV actually to have that nice soft glow.
Wait, who?
Simpsons is sweet, man.
Yeah.
Who had the Innovation Marine tank that cracked?
That's me.
Did you have the 30?
No, it was the 24 bent glass that cracked. I had the 30 after, which was a nice tank, but that is my nice duct tape job, and it cracked right on the seam, which sucked. But thankfully, they did give me a brand new tank because of that, but still sucked to deal with it all.
There was someone on Reef the other day that had like a 30-some gallon tank, and they got their Innovation Marine and it cracked.
Can't hear you, Brett. Be quiet.
There was someone on Reef to Reef who had a 30-some gallon Innovation Marine, and that was discontinued.
Oh, yeah, they discontinued all the bent glass ones because they did have a bunch of issues of some of the seams having too much stress and cracking.
Yeah, and then so he got a 40 new for free.
Nice. Hey, I got a free 30-gallon from it. It sucked to. Thankfully, I was home when it happened though, and I could duct tape and move everything to bins and buckets and keep it alive. But still was a crappy situation. All right, guys, the heads up. I gotta shut her down pretty quick. My stomach's eating itself.
13. I'm turning 14 this summer.
Yeah.
Okay, dudes. Shut her down. Stream
Yeah,
is over.
I gotta head her.
No, I'm not grounded.
all right, man. Well, thanks for the stream.
No problem. Thanks
Cool
guys for
hanging
joining.
out.
It's good.
Maybe one of us will start a new one just so we could bullshit because you know us.
I can just leave it open if you guys want to keep talking.
Don't matter, dude.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Hey, thanks everybody for joining.
All right. See ya.
See ya.